Hello, 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 and welcome. I guess welcome to the Kevin El Sancho show.
Welcome.
Kev's hanging out temporarily. Welcome to the show, Kev. How are you doing?
I'm hanging in there. Hope everyone's having a good night.
Everyone's have a happy Monday. A lot of open panel discussions. I have a poll going right now in the open chat. Will Activism News Network sink or swim? And I think that's a very important question with all the coverage we have been doing on the Activism News Network. I want everyone's thoughts on the Activism News Network. I want everyone's thoughts on if it will succeed. I never want a new business venture to fail. You'll never hear me go out of my way and say, I hope this fails. But there's some question marks that my interview with Rogue Nation kind of presented. And I am hoping it gets under control, Kev. We'll see, I guess we can say,
Yeah. If they put out a good product, and is will the people buy it?
Right.
I mean, do people feel like they're spending enough money in
Yeah.
the 1A community? Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, there's a lot of money already being put into the 1A community. How much more needs to be from a free platform over to a paid platform? Hey, Josiah.
Hello. Hello.
So I'm
Good
waiting.
evening, sir.
If
Good
mods,
evening.
keep an eye out on Streamlabs mods. Let me know when you see it. Activism News Network, Josiah. What do you think? Sink or swim?
I don't think it's. I don't want to say anything negative about it, but I don't think it was presented very well. I don't think they understand the potential problems
Right.
that it can have. Like I know you sit on boards and I sit on two. And when you're dealing with like nonprofit, tax,
There's a lot of heavy lifting.
well, you better be good at what you're doing, or
Right.
you better have someone who is very good and knows what they're doing, or you can end up in a lot of trouble.
Part of the effective nonprofit is putting the right people in the right position.
Absolutely.
And that is, there's only 24 hours in a day. And with the amount of things that Rogue has going on top of the undertaking of running this new venture, there's only 24 hours in a day. And that's where,
I see a potential problem. A lot of boards I've ever been on, it was always a problem when there's family. When that's
well, it depends on the title. It depends on the title, and it depends on the longevity, and it depends on what the conflict of interest would be, if any. If it really depends on how many family members are on there as well, of course.
Yeah, it just that you might want to, for this, you might want to see, four non-related people.
Well,
Absolutely.
do you think the rollout was a little too early? What I mean by that is, do you think every I was dotted and every T was crossed before it rolled out, or do you think it was more of a, hey guys, guess what we got going on?
I think it was guess what we have going on, because when he rolled it out that night, I was listening to it, and it was like he didn't even have the money together to file for the
right.
So that immediately told me, like, whoa, you're way ahead of yourself here.
Way ahead. Yeah. You'd want to roll out. Hey Josh, you'd want to roll out. You'd want an introduction. Guess who's here? We're here to stay. Jess H, hello, my love. That's what you want. You want that kind of a rollout and guess who's here. Instead, it's like, hey guys, guess what we're hoping to do?
Well, you know why they did that, right?
To elicit more funds.
Yeah,
not have to pay for it themselves. Well, not have to do the undertaking of the financial things on their own.
Right.
Why pay for it when someone else can?
Yeah, that's a lot in the 1A community.
There's a lot in the 1A community. You're right.
He was looking for, like, he said, like $2,500, and I'm thinking, like, whoa, it doesn't cost that much.
Well, he found it.
Oh yeah, but then but see, it's not. I just had the information here. It's not that much. It's only a few $100s.
Right. Well,
You
no,
know?
it costs about $250 on my end to do it on my to get incorporated, etc.
Yeah, but I
But
mean, what
it
the
looks like
attorneys cost.
they're doing a little bit too much too soon. You know, that's my biggest challenge I'm having. Catnat, welcome to a poll is open. Will the Activism News Network sink or swim? Is the exclamation point sink, exclamation point swim, exclamation point sink or swim? The poll is launched. All are welcome to the panel. Southside Slacker, please come up. I want to get your thoughts on the Activism News Network, you being in this world. One of the ones not chosen, which surprised me. What about the diversity of the 20 people that were chosen? I was fascinated.
Can I give my opinion real quick?
Please.
Yeah.
Yes,
So I study business quite a bit, you know, seeing how businesses are run and what it goes into a successful business, what goes into a failing business. And I can tell you right now, this is on a collision course to fail horribly.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Rogue already said, 95% of, businesses fail within the first year. He doesn't have a business plan.
Mm-hmm.
He's already said he's going to react to things rather than being proactive,
Mm-hmm.
which is not a way to run a business. It's right now. It seems like it's family that are going to be doing most of the running of the business.
Yep.
Which is never a good idea.
Right.
And then you got on top of that, you got 20 auditors, which that's a lot of egos in a room. You could say, oh, they're not all egos, but a lot of them are.
They're independent egos who aren't used to being told what to do. Josh, it's like someone who's now in charge of your channel telling you what to do. You won't be used to that. Wait a minute. I'm used to being my own boss. What are we doing here?
Well, there's going to be a potential problem with who gets to do what time slot. Who wants to be on one at 1 a.m.,
It's not
because they're going to be a 24-hour, 7 days a week site on Roku.
It won't be that. It'll be like a Hulu type thing where you could select whatever videos you want to watch. But
yeah, you're right. I'm sorry.
But they're gonna be able to look at views and Joe Cool's got
right
10,000 views and Joe Blow has 200.
But don't they?
An issue.
Don't they premiere things?
I don't know. That's the thing. We don't know how they're going to run things, and that's part of the problem. And they're already thinking, we're going to have 10,000 on when they do lives. They're only pulling in about 300 to 400 max. So you could roughly say, okay, triple that, maybe even quadruple that. That's 1,000, 1,200. That's about what I would estimate they would possibly get to pay for the service. And they're like, we'll get new people that will join it. How are you going to get automatically just think you're going to get new people to do this? And they're like, there's people who are, aren't sub to us that will sub too. And I'm like, if they're not going to sub for your free content, what makes you think they're going to pay $3.99 to sub to your paid content?
Yeah, see, that's what I was going to say, Bam. I agree with you because, it's like if they were all moving all their content to that platform, then that might be different. But, I don't have to watch every Joe Cool video.
And I just I don't see them handing over the reins over to Rogue Nation as much as Joe Cool might seem like he's okay with it, but he's pretty loose with everything. But I don't think every auditor is going to be as loose as Joe Cool is.
I don't know. I mean, if what about that big shot? What about that big money shot of an experience that you now have the option to put it on YouTube and monetizing, or put it on Roku,
right?
And has the CEO of the company. I'm gonna want those big fishes. I'm going to want those big catches. I want it on exclusivity because you can only get it here. I think that's going to create a lot of conflict between these auditors who are going to want to do what they're used to doing, which is using a free platform to monetize off of donations, etc. I don't think Roku has the ability to do live feed at all. I don't know how they would be able to do a live feed through Roku. Everything is pre-recorded on Roku. Correct me if I'm wrong. That's the benefit of YouTube compared to it. But, they're worried about YouTube censorship. They're worried about YouTube taking videos down and censoring them. I understand that aspect. But there's ways around it,
And they're thinking small potatoes. They're thinking their own community right now. And they're not thinking public. They're not thinking, PR. They're not thinking any of that stuff right now. They're not thinking advertising. And, your channel's only going to grow so much by the community.
Wouldn't it have been a stronger approach? I talked to somebody today about it. Wouldn't it have been a stronger approach if they launched a multi-network on
iTunes?
YouTube? No, YouTube. You can utilize YouTube, but have the partnerships in place. Hey, Joe, how are you? Where you have the big time partnerships in place where you can do Activism News Network brought to you by, and then you have a sponsor in place to pay these auditors and cop watchers. So there's a little bit more light at the end of the tunnel, Joe.
Well, I see there's one thing, and just tell me what you think.
Okay.
But what I see is like, if you are paying these people, you are employing them. And if you are not vetting them, I mean, their backgrounds and everything will make or break this.
I agree.
See, I think you go to the iTunes app route, and you could have it where you could show you could have their exclusive content, and then you could have their channels also on there that go to their YouTube account. And it's a free app, but then have it, the paywall stuff in a separate area on the app.
Joe, you Colorado toasted right now?
Dude, don't get me started.
Bird's been advertising that, trying to get me over there.
Joe, tell me why I should pay $3.99 a month for it.
Tell me why I should pay $4 to see you when I can see you right now for free. Chicken nuggets. Oh, look at him. You got those chicken nuggets. He's at McDonald's. Right here. I can see those yellow arches in the background.
Yeah, he had a $1 menu.
Hey, stupid. It's a Sonic. That's a Sonic.
He went to Sonic. What a cheap date you are. You brought her to Sonic, dude. Are you fucking kidding me? Would you get her like the nerd shake? Would you get her like the nerd shake and a corn dog and a pretzel burger? I mean, Jesus Christ, Joe.
Come on, Joe. You got your 1 minute sell sheet to sell it to us.
Why should I pay to see something I see for free on?
Why should you pay to see something? If you think of it as pure entertainment, then you guys might have a great argument there. But if you look at it as what it is, an activism network. So hopefully you'll be seeing other things, different strategies of activism, different people talking about it. Hopefully if you're involved in activism and the entertainment aspect, is a lot of us do entertain on YouTube, then it'll be worth it. But hopefully the guy paying that bread is either wants to be an activist himself, or he's just helping them out in that type of thing. I don't think I could compete with just one entertainment platform. Certainly not starting out, right?
You just talked yourself out of like 75% of your viewership.
I'm sorry. I can't consider that. I'm not in the marketing department. I'm sorry.
That's the problem. None of your guys are in the marketing department.
Joe, don't you think you might need more than just activism? I mean, if you're starting up a channel, and you want to get a casual viewer, don't you need other things maybe than just that?
I would.
I mean, if I was me, I would have some funny stuff. I would have some things that you can't do on YouTube that would bring in a crowd. because then it's about, well, we're raising money and we can use this to do what we want, with activism, but we also want to get the casual spectator.
If I were you,
show
if
the
I
day
were
in the
you,
life of show a
if I were,
day in the
yeah,
life of Joe Cool, stuff like
Right.
that.
Follow him around. Have a funny guy on. Do you know any?
I was about to say, Cam. I was heading that way.
I mean, it doesn't even have to be a funny guy. Just have have stuff that like pertains to auditing, but not necessarily an audit.
Right.
But right now, all I'm hearing is
you guys have great advice. I got to tell you.
I mean, all I'm hearing is you guys are resting on your loins of a very small community. This is still a new and a small community, and if you're resting on that, it's doomed to fail. You need to worry
I'm not
about.
sure I understand before you move on. I'm not sure what I'm understanding.
So this whole community, and I'm using air quotes, and I say the word community is a small community. You look at all these people with the 52,000 subs and the 200 people in their live chat. It don't make sense. The numbers don't add up. And you look at how young of a community this is. This is still a young community. It's a couple years old. You look at other communities on like YouTube with the 3 million subscribers and the 6,000 people in their live chat. This community is small potatoes, man. And with a small potato community, it's all about awareness and education. And if you don't start the awareness and education from an early level when you start your business, and you just rely on people to just bleed over from YouTube, you're doing it wrong.
I would agree. We're assuming that that's all he's just gonna get us to bleed over. Is that what we're thinking? It's just gonna have bleed over from YouTube and it's gonna fail?
That's the fear. I'm not saying it's gonna fail. I don't want it to fail, but I'm saying that if we're not.
Your
If
friends
we're not,
Rogue. Your friends are Rogue.
I am friends with Rogue. Absolutely, I had him on.
I like
for
him.
An hour.
Yeah.
I had him on for over an hour. Absolutely, Rogue's been a regular on my channel.
All right.
But I will say,
I think the problem here. Sorry, Sancho. That when people started questioning Rogue, he snapped on them, and you saw that there was no room for discussion. It was, this is what we're going to do. This is how it's going to be. Now give me your money. And when you do that, then you're not going to get the people that you want. Just saying, Joe. You were there when he snapped on NJ, and he snapped on us when he was on Sancho the other night. And
I'm sorry,
it didn't look good.
Majorly Awesome is majorly human. He made a mistake, yes, just by your opinion. But you guys, are we forgetting the mistakes that you make every day? This guy, Jeff, Mia, he's human. I don't think that we got to make a mistake. And then
okay, but am I asking you to buy something from me? I mean, in the type of field I am in, if I was to snap on my client, then I'm not working. So just so you know, I totally get everybody's human and everything, but if you're a true salesman, you don't do that to your potential
if he's a true
sale.
Salesman, he ain't asking for $3.99 to help the motherfucking community on an activism channel, right?
I don't know. We might have a difference of opinion here.
He's trying to do some good here. And fuck it, I'm bored. Fuck it. You niggas got a lot of criticisms. You cats are good.
I don't think we are criticizing.
You cats got a lot of criticisms. A lot of this shit's gonna fail, doom and gloom prophecy.
Didn't say that. Nobody said that.
I'm saying, how about you let me finish? Do you have just as much advice to offer? Are you putting that much work in on making this thing work, on helping Rogue, your friend, be successful?
Sure. Didn't you hear me? Didn't you hear us say, try to do, get more than just activism on your channel? Didn't we just talked about that, and you said that was a good idea? Did you not?
Oh wow, that was it. You throw some advice to me, and that your job is done. How about
no? But you said that did I do anything, and I just did, and you forgot already.
I meant a little better, a little deeper, rather than just a nigga throwing advice. Damn it, to your friend's friend on a panel. I'm talking about if you want to help it work, get in there and look at what Rogue doing to make this shit work. Yeah, he's moving mountains, right? Who else would have did that shit? Who else would have got their family, friends involved, got all this and shit? Who else would have even had the ability to know how any of that shit, to do that shit? He could use all the help he could get. I'm just saying, I don't know how much you cats are being, if you're being as helpful as you are being negative. And I mean negative with the it'll never work, it's gonna fail bullshit.
No one said that.
Make it work. Help it. Help out.
Joe, when we're sitting here trying to discuss it with him, he doesn't like what we're saying, and we weren't saying anything negative.
So what do you
There
do?
was some hard questions.
So
I don't know. That's why we're having another show.
So it probably didn't work the first time. When 20 niggas give them hard questions that it don't answer, why don't one motherfucker like you, get in touch with them, give him a call, write some ideas on paper, and talk to him behind the scenes or something. Maybe he's more receptive when it's done that way.
I don't know him like that.
I just asked you niggas was y'all friends with.
I said I liked him. Sancho.
He got my info. He knows I'm ready. He knows I'm willing to talk to him. It's
no, that's not
ways.
what I was saying. I was saying if I wish motherfuckers was as intent to help as they are.
I listen, man. I had him on for over an hour promoting his new network. We talked behind the scenes before the show, and I said if he needs anything, he knows where I am.
Yeah, but that's
he knows what I can bring. He knows what I can. He knows. I mean, he knows I'm intelligent as fuck. Jesus Christ.
Modest motherfucker, you.
If I give you that option, you take that motherfucking option. If you don't take it, go stick it up your ass. As far as I'm concerned.
All right, fucking Sancho, let's get into the weed talk, Joe. When I got off the plane.
What kind of strain?
Dude, y'all probably know this shit. Dude met me with some weed. Before I got off the fucking airport grounds, we was smoking. Then went over there with Liberty. All we did was smoke, dabs, big ass cigar shit. And then Liberty left me with some shit. Not Liberty, Saab left me with some shit, allegedly. And then somebody else.
Oh my God.
Somebody else bought some more shit.
Bird fucked you up, man. Bird fucked you up.
Fucked you up.
Now he looks like that already.
No, he looks high as a fucking kite right now.
Yeah.
Trying to find this weed to show it to you, man.
He got Liberty Bird.
You smoked it, Joe.
Colorado is much different from Chicago, man.
See, Joe, what would be funny? I would take your voice and drop it and put it on phony phone calls. And then I would put a half an hour of phony phone calls on your channel. That would be fun. Stuff like that. Following you around, playing pranks. That's just to get the casual fan. And then in between that stuff, I would put activism.
What about? I think to see us, this is a community, air quotes. I would love to see us get together, make that shit happen, give a head care segment of the activism channel.
Yeah.
Wow, it looks like a salad. It looks like a salad.
Where'd you buy that? Where'd you get that?
It looks like a salad. What's up, Slacker?
What's up, man?
Hey, you've been quiet on this Activism News Network, my guy.
What's up,
look at it. Everybody comes at once. Look at these two motherfuckers. Everybody comes at once. As soon as you mention the bird's name, what did you do?
Peter Pecker penis.
All right.
I think they do that a lot. Because they're always still together.
Well, there's always a lot of penis in that room. Let's go to Slacker. What's your thoughts on this Activism News Network? And
don't worry about what you're saying.
Don't worry about what they're saying.
All right, Slacker.
Okay, what's up?
I want your thoughts on this Activism News Network and what you know about it and your thoughts.
Well, this is the first time hearing about it, watching your show right now.
Okay. Joe, do you kind of want to give a little sales pitch on Activism News Network and let Southside Slacker know what it's about?
I would love to, but I'm gonna suck at it because I've been getting high nonstop since we got off the plane today. But basically, Roku, the television channel, we're getting a platform on there for activists, and we're using the videos from some of the cats in YouTube kind of as the grab. But Rogue is looking ahead. We're doing all sorts of helping the community 501c3s, using any money we get to get the cop watchers out who get arrested and this and that, lawyers' fees. It's hard to explain, especially when you got 6 different strains of weed in you.
Yeah, they picked 20 of the best auditors out there, and Bird wasn't on there, by the way. And
Proctor wasn't on there either. Just saying.
yeah,
As
and
I
no
said,
no
what's
women
this
either.
list?
Yeah, 303.
I mean, I don't know. I like, again, I don't want to hate on nobody. I like the fact that somebody's doing something, so right on to them. You know, like it's benefiting them in any way. But I don't know. It's kind of this is a fad to me, unfortunately. Like right now, the numbers that the 1A community is getting is going to be short lived, man. This isn't something that's going to keep growing because outside looking in, like I said, like I've been in like since the YouTube 1A community, I've been in it since the jump. You know what I mean? Like I've seen people that do good jobs come and go because the drama that comes, and that's what the 1A community is now. Like from my perspective, when I started, we would get out and we would film and we would hold people accountable. Now it's people that talk shit about each other, argue, and fucking and cause drama. They audit fucking regular citizens. They're fucking auditing private businesses. They're doing shit just for YouTube entertainment. So on an entertainment aspect, what that's doing, hey, that may have a chance to go somewhere because it has the drama that the television viewers want. But in the sense of it being beneficial towards the people who consider this a community, it's not, because again, the numbers are going to shrink here soon once all the people that are in it for scamming and frauding and fucking defaming people, once all the weeds realize there's no money in it like they thought it was and they slowly fade away, it's going to go back to the numbers we're used to seeing. Like me personally, I only have 27,000 subscribers because I started off carrying a gun telling cops to fuck themselves. Once I started being more respectful and being more polite, those numbers halted. People don't want that. People don't want to see progress. People want to
I
see
got
drama.
the opposite opinion, Southside. When I was just yelling at fucking cops, telling them, to blow me, I was probably stuck at, I don't know, 12 grand or something. When I started doing the intellectual shit, my shit started, going crazy, skyrocketing. And for me, it's obvious, man. They want a intellectual conversation. They want me to make a point, this, that, and the opposite.
See, I don't see that. I see the few hundred to 200 people that's in everybody's chat rooms that want that. But outside of that small group that we all talk to, the Noli Ds, the Lanley Langs, the cats, all the people we see in every chat room, outside of this small community, they only want the drama.
I
The
would
other, like I
disagree.
said,
That's why niggas like Amagazi blow up and Bateau side. Audit the
okay, no,
auditors. Because they
you're
do
right.
intellectual shit.
Okay, but how often does Batusai get out there and audit now? He does a lot of other people's shit and putting other people's shit out there. And Amagistan, I've heard recently people don't really get off to him as much as you'd think. So the numbers, I'm questionable again about how fast he skyrocketed. But that's just not trying to hate on the man. I just go by what I hear, word of mouth. And everything I've heard word of mouth has been a little more negative than positive.
But Amagazi?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Uh,
And I'm not sub to the guy, but I don't hate the guy. Me personally, I don't find his not his style, I want to say personality. I don't like his personality. It doesn't connect with me. I don't feel it, so I don't watch it. Nothing personally against the man, nothing personal.
yeah. I think he's one of the top talent. I'd put him in the top 5 or something.
But either or, but then how few people can you say are out there doing it like that have that following? How many more people are doing it that have a big number that do it because drama? Let's name some names. Let's say
Oh,
like
no,
people.
no, no. Even the motherfucker the mid motherfucker, the low level motherfuckers out there trying to reproduce drama. Everybody is trying to do
And
that.
that's what I'm saying. And that's what this community, in my opinion, is right now. There is the 1A community is infiltrated with people that want the drama, people that want to keep their shit.
Yes, want to turn to the
So
housewives of hip hop or
and,
something.
and like I said, me personally, my 27,000, I can honestly say I have probably about 1 to 200 people that when I go live randomly just to smoke out, pop in and out. But out of those 27,000, like no, those all watch because most of them want to see the next time I carry a gun and get tased or shot. Most of them want to see the next time I carry a gun and talk shit. Because you'll be surprised, like I get so like not so many, but most of the emails, most of the comments, and most of the messages I get are in regards to when can we see the old slacker back putting the cops in their place? When can we see the old slacker letting these fucking pigs have it, man? Fuck these pigs, man. When are you gonna start putting them in the place again, man? Put that rifle over your shoulder and tell them to go fuck themselves. Like that's what they want from me. But I don't know if that's what I want to do. If I'm putting, and again, that goes to the entertainment aspect. You know, when I did it one time for entertainment and I felt dirty.
Ah,
So I can't do it for entertainment.
my man.
I have to do it because I want to and because I feel it. You know, like the one time, and my biggest video is the one I felt dirty in. It has over 1 million views, the most comments, everything.
Wow, that sucks. Teaching me to
Hardberg,
be bad and shit.
yep, Phil Hardburger Park was the video that I don't say I regret, but that opened my eyes to what I was doing. Am I a YouTuber, or am I somebody who actually is believing what he's telling these people, that I'm out here to make a change and to hold accountable? Am I out here to do this? That video made me actually, the road was split in front of me and I had to choose a path. I had to choose, am I a YouTuber that wants the money and the drama, or am I somebody that, like I said for the last 3 years, am I holding people accountable? Am I showing the good and the bad? And that's why I leave the video up. And I don't like the video. It shows an ugly side of me, but I leave it up.
Hey, no way y'all can see who that is in that vehicle over there, right?
Nope.
All right. I want to introduce y'all.
Is it a truck? What kind of vehicle?
Is it a truck?
Oh.
Is that
That cat look familiar. You barely see me in nothing.
Because
Anybody? No guesses?
Mouse?
Very good. That's Ghost, man. I'm finna go hang out with Ghost, man. I'll probably do
Oh
some
wow!
live
All right.
shit. Or Ghost will do some live shit. So I'm finna be with this cat for a while. This is our first cop watch. We're gonna be chasing scanners and shit for a while.
Are you hanging with the missus right now, or what are you doing?
I'm abandoning. Actually, the missus is abandoning me. The missus got business.
Okay, she's got business to handle, so then you're gonna
So you just came all the way from Chicago, got there, and you got abandoned.
No, we've been spending a while together, but she's been putting work off. You know, I don't know.
Oh, okay. All right.
with a surprise here, so no pressure, people.
He said something wrong, got punched in the face, and then
I mean that's an everyday thing with Joe.
I'm just playing with you, Joe.
That's an everyday thing with Joe. So that's not a surprise.
All right, let me go. I'm gonna ride with you cats, man. I don't know if Ghost's gonna allow a nigga to hop on panel, if he gonna smack me if I start fraternizing. I don't know.
Sure.
I may be going live. I was thinking about just saying live for a while or something, riding around chasing the scanners and see if motherfuckers want to come watch that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
All righty, man.
Is it cold there, Joe?
Later.
All right, text me if you need me, Joe. Have a good one.
All right, bro. Later.
Is it cold?
Hey, who's Ghost? Who's Ghost?
Ghost Rider.
Who's that?
He's a was he an activist too? Cop watcher?
I didn't want to be rude and ask. Liberty Bird.
Ghost Rider is very calm. He doesn't get excited easily. He just steps back and watches everything that goes on.
Has he ever been arrested? Because I don't think I've ever seen him get arrested.
I don't think so. He's very calm.
Yep.
Liberty Bird. Liberty Bird, fucker. This motherfucker, man, hops on a panel on mute just to promote his 3 tits. That's all he's doing. He's promoting his 3 tits.
Total Recall, right?
3 tits.
Yeah, that was from Total Recall.
3 big old areolas. Extra good citizen. Hop on panel. Come on.
I think Southside Slacker has, the right idea about this community, because I had mentioned before that the views just a year ago were 100,000, 200,000.
Right.
And now they're like 10,000, 1,000. And it seems like the StreamYard panels have taken over.
Whoa.
And now you're getting to see the real people. And like Joe.
Right.
Joe has a personality. And him being on, instead of running around screaming, "Oh, you fuck blow me," and all this and that nigga and yada, 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 the live panels have made Joe very real. Because Joe, even though I don't agree with him, and he knows that I don't, a lot of stuff that he says.
Right.
But Joe is very intellectual, and he can sit down and talk about anything. And so I see Joe out there doing his activism,
Right.
and it's pure entertainment.
Do we agree with the rhetoric that, Rogue Nation has his ears open and we can reach out to him and help him?
No, I don't think he would be interested. To be honest with you, I think when we were trying to talk to him and he snapped on everybody, that told me he's bullheaded and he's seeing blind. He's got blinders on and he's going to do it the way he wants.
Yeah.
You can lead a horse. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't force the horse to drink.
Hey, Taco Josh needs 2 more subs to 170. So can 2 people please sub to Taco Josh?
And my whole thing, like I was saying, is that you're gonna have to have something for everybody if you want to start off a channel. It's just how it is in this type of atmosphere. The day we're in.
We're used to watching this for free, and
right.
It's a small community, and we're used to doing it one way. I don't think this community or movement is strong enough to take that tit away from me and say, "Hey, $4, you're gonna pay for it now."
Yeah,
I don't think we're at that ready. We're at that point yet, Slacker.
Oh, I don't either. And to be honest, like, because about a year ago around this time, I had somebody in my ear promoting, "Oh, you should look into this as a business venture and all that, like membership and start putting out product." And I kind of dabbled in a little bit, but I kept telling myself, I've been giving these people this for free for 4 years. And now all of a sudden I'm going to ask them to pay even 99 cents to see what they've been getting for free. Like, I've built to relate, like my subscribers, I tell them, most of them aren't just subscribers. They're like family to me. Like when I lost my grandma, I cried online to, 60 people in the room. When me and my last girl broke up, Joe was in the room giving me advice, telling me to man up. You know what I'm saying? Like, take this shit like a man kind of. But like I've shared personal experiences with these people and developed bonds, and now I'm telling them pay me for that. I felt again like it was a slime ball thing to do.
I've seen Slacker grow from. Please don't take this wrong way, Slacker.
I'm already offended.
From a young or an old teenager to a young or a wise man, and it's great to see him do that.
He weathered a lot of storms to become a better person, correct, Slacker?
Oh, yes, sir. And YouTube, like in me growing the last 5 years, YouTube has been 90% of it. Like I said, it played a part to do with my me losing my ex-wife. It was heavy in me meeting the next person I fell in love with, and that happening. Like, YouTube has been an enormous learning, like I said, classroom for me. Like y'all have been learning with me as I go. Like I said, like I tell people when I got into this, the biggest advice I give to anybody is realize that it's not going to just affect you.
Right.
My wife had to deal with the repercussions. My children had to deal with repercussions. I'm sure my brother possibly could have,
Right.
We look alike. He has, the same last name. There's all kinds of things outside of myself that I didn't take into account that weighed heavy and affected my life. And I had to fucking roll with the punches, I can't quit.
What does Odin think?
Slacker is one of the only auditors I've ever seen be in a live fire situation. All these so-called auditors haven't even touched that realm.
So extra good.
I actually had a video where a SWAT team pulled their AR out on me.
Oh wow!
So I want to get your thoughts on this Activism News Network. I didn't. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Are you on the list of people chosen? A and B. What are your thoughts on this whole network, the whole idea, and do you think it's a sink or swim right now?
I'm not on the list. I don't see anything wrong with reaching out to various different platforms. I signed up for the channel, so I think it's a good move because basically right now I believe most of a lot of the community is engaged in drama now instead of actual activism.
Were you slighted by not being on that list?
Absolutely not. No, I if I really wanted on the list, I could get on the list, but
Right.
I don't have time to make 10 videos a month. I have real life and real job.
Can I ask you, how would you get on the list? Would you just make a phone call? I mean, because that's pretty ballsy to say that. Because
Or throw money at it.
yeah,
If I wanted to be on the list, I could be on the list.
Like, I'll tell you what, we could
Your
probably
mic
gauge
dropped.
what it's about by, do we know anybody that's on the list already?
Joe Cole.
Like, Joe Cool and obviously Rogue, I would assume.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Jeff is here. Audits is on
Yeah.
it. It's all males, no females, which
No
I think
women
that's a
at
big
all.
mistake. Yeah.
It's a cockfest. It
Who
is an
has-
absolute cockfest.
Sounds like whoever has a bigger dick is going to win the prize.
And I don't think that's activism. I don't think it's activism when you have all males. I mean, that just takes away a female activism from the jump. Not a smart idea, you know.
Yeah, you shouldn't try to cut off your
No.
potential watchers by not having. You try to get them all. You know.
You don't alienate. And there's names out there. The fact that
I
Laura,
don't think they're alienating. I think they're bringing new viewers that maybe have never seen a cop watcher / activist / auditor on YouTube. You're bringing in a whole new platform.
I think it's a mix of both, because I know firsthand that there's a lot of this community that will alienate others just for opinions and things like that. So I don't doubt that maybe someone had a hand in recommending certain individuals.
Well, why? What's wrong with Laura Shark
well, that
Hey,
none
or
of-
CFW?
they didn't even ask Laura. They didn't even ask CFW. They did not even ask
There's M.
M Star. There's Amy. I mean, there's so many options that weren't even contacted that it just. They didn't even ask Teresa, who is an OG in this, who would be a good advisor at the very least. There are so many names that weren't even contacted that found out the same time as we did. And I look at that like you put your footprint into this air quotes community. Maybe you should have got a phone call or an email or, hey, what do you think about this idea? And, you know, I think the best way to start a business is by getting it established, of course, getting it incorporated, of course, so it's legitimate. It's not, hey, this is what we want to do. This is what's done so far. This is why you should join. This is what I think you bring to the table. And those are effective sales pitches. And right now this is what's going to happen. This is what we think is going to happen. And then let's hope for the best. And I don't know if my wallet's going to be whipped out that quick with that kind of sales pitch.
But if you cut off the women, that's a big chunk of an audience of gaining more.
And most of the women in this community have more intelligence than most of the men.
Yeah.
Sorry to say that, but it's true.
I agree.
Oh, that's in life.
I agree. It's life in general. Women are smarter than men.
Yeah, well,
I
that's
agree
why.
too. If I have someone listening,
Yeah. What? The fuck does that mean?
potential things in the future. I'm just putting it out there that Kevin thinks men are stupid, women are smart.
There you go. But I just think that there's so many missed opportunities that getting that opposite, like getting a group of people who you think, you know what, you guys might not like this. Let me see if I can convince you to like it. And that would be a successful, get the kinks out before it goes public, get all that stuff out beforehand and know what's coming as far as a negativity aspect and not being surprised on a live panel when it's brought up. Those are things that I think getting your shit together. We're in a pandemic. $4 is $4, but we're still in a pandemic.
And I'll tell you, are they ready for the backlash too? Because on YouTube, you come across us if you've looked before. Like, we just don't roll across every YouTuber's like little fucking, I can't think of what it's called right now. It's just on mine. But the page.
Somebody building something?
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me step away. My brother's in balls deep in Modern Warfare.
Oh yeah, okay.
My God, it's Modern Warfare now. What I thought it was.
Like, we're used to getting negative backlash from a few people on YouTube. They're about to put themselves on a platform, and they're gonna really see how people react to what we like, not what we in general, but what we per se like. Because from what I'm hearing, they got people that aren't afraid to tell a cop to go fuck themselves. So that's the portrayal of what they're putting out. People that are giving it back to the cops. You know, tell them to fuck off, tell them to blow me, tell them to eat shit. So that's what they're putting out there. And all these viewers now, it's going to be, you know, like right there, you know, here, watch this, new content, rather than you have to look for it. So they're going to get a whole new backlash that I don't know if, are they ready for that wave of negativity that could come of this.
Are they ready for millions of souls?
Hey guys, I'll come back on a panel the other day. I gotta.
It was good seeing you, man. Thanks for popping in.
Okay, later, everyone.
Honestly, it seems like those who weren't chosen for this are taking it really well. You know, like it's like they're not losing sleep. They're just taking it really well instead of being the last kid picked on for kickball. You know.
Oh,
But
this
the
ain't
whole
my first time being shunned.
Yeah.
But the whole idea is what kind of contract have you signed to participate in this when there is no
independent contract? Yeah.
Is this your content now, or is this Roku's content?
Yeah, it's like, where is this? Like, what does the contract offer? What does it guarantee? What is your liability? All of this. If you put a contract out there, you should have had all of this other stuff. I mean, completely finalized. You should be able to pass out a brochure and say, you know, like, this is what we're going to do, and you know, and this is how it's going to happen, and who's going to decide. I still want to know who's going to decide on the content, and who's going to decide when Joe Cool is getting, you know, 20,000 or 60,000 views and somebody else is getting, you know, 5.
Well, here's a better question. What if Roku decides to say you're too violent towards the cops, we're going to cancel your subscriptions? What are they going to do after that?
What if Roku gets all these complaints from people who think that it's hate speech towards the police, etc.? What if
Southside is right. Southside is absolutely right.
Yeah. So what rights do people have? I mean, they're being filmed in public. Does it go to the same if it's being filmed on a free platform compared to a paid platform? You're essentially making money. You're making money off my likeness on a paid channel. What the fuck?
Well, what about this? If there was going to be someone doing panel shows, and I think they're on panel shows like we're doing right now, and then they put them on Roku, do the people that you have up on your panel, are their likenesses, you know, how's that work on the Roku?
Are you going to pay that guy that's on that panel an extra, let's say, 100?
Yeah, because
Kevin or I, 100?
Yeah. I mean, how you can't, one thing being on YouTube, but if you take this and put it somewhere else, don't you need our permission?
Yes,
I think so. If you're making money off my likeness, yeah.
No, but then that brings up the question: like, if some of us, like me, are monetized, so isn't that the same concept with the contract we signed with YouTube?
No, because we're a part of YouTube. We signed, I signed. Well, I pay for YouTube, but I'm using the features to be on the panel, and StreamYards I pay for. So, but you're not taking this and going. And I agree when I click on the button and come up to be on your panel, that's like my agreement to do it. But I'm not agreeing to going on to Roku.
But as I'm saying, like, when I go film and I do an open carry or I go audit a building, my channel's monetized and I'm getting paid for it. I mean, so what, couldn't Roku just follow like a same structured contract as YouTube has, and it just be no different in the sense of argument? Because I'm getting paid now for what I'm doing. Like, don't get me wrong, I turn it off and on throughout the years, but right now, I mean, I'm getting paid.
Well, I guess the person that asked is Rogue, because he's the one who's got the contract with Roku, and then his company pays the auditors that he uses.
Okay, I mean, guys, I'm sure there's a lot to do, the little difference with the contract, but like we're kind of already doing it now. Most of them.
I'd love to get a hand. I'd love to see one of those contracts. to be honest with you.
Yeah, like who's going to decide when someone gets arrested in the community
Yeah.
that person is worthy to be bailed out by these
And
20 people?
and that's my biggest thing right there. Because I got shunned early on in the community when I first joined in. I think I was like 6 months in. I had just started associating with other auditors. Like I'd been doing it maybe a little longer, but I just started branching out to other auditors, and like 3 or 4 little groups popped up that were all like pro auditor. Like, oh, we're getting all the people that are doing this. We're bringing them together, and we're gonna form like this little group that's gonna help other auditors out, and blah blah blah. And I was getting shunned back then, and so I was my same thing because they were like, oh well, you have to do it the right way. And I tell them, well, what's the right way? Oh, well, you got to be polite and respectful. So I have to win a lawsuit is what you're saying. So I have to go in there intending on winning a lawsuit when exercising my rights. Fuck out of here with that. So yeah, who calls these shots?
Yeah.
And the people on the board, are they anarchists or soft stitch or whatever other one that's out there marked is?
I don't know. Like this is a Pandora's box that doesn't need to be opened.
Well, it is a
we're too
Pandora's
young.
box if they open it.
We're too young for it. This movement is still at its infancy. I'm sorry. I don't mean to offend the 52K subscribers, but we're still at our infancy, this community, to the point where you talk to the normal person and be like, hey, do you know what a First Amendment auditor is? They're like, what's that, like an IRS thing? Or what do you mean? And that's why when like I was on the Bangs like network 2 months ago, and I told them about, listen, you guys got to do a seminar. You guys got to educate people. You have to grab them by the shoulders and educate them before they follow and join your community, and in your movement. You got to educate people on their rights. It's a lot like a muscle. If you don't use it, it just wears away. And this is the important part is education. And they're using that premise and idea that I gave them by doing like classes and stuff like that, like I recommended. But we got to do that first. Educate before we get people to join a movement. Not only join a movement, but pay $4 on top of that. Educate first.
They got to self-educate too.
Yeah, and who's going out there to put flyers on cars in parking lots, selling this? It's got to be promoted somehow, and not just within the community. You've got to open it up.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. The state of the community isn't ready for that such a big view. And like I said, we can't even amongst ourselves keep any sort of peace. It's constantly drama. Like everybody I'm subscribed to, 80% of the shit that I get when I get when I get notifications are panels that are just shit talking about other people, and it's vice versa. And most of these people deserve to be shit talked about. It's like Josh and Patty and all them. In my opinion, they deserve it. But either or, that's 80% of the shit that gets notified from all the people that I was once subscribed to that went out and filmed and went out and did something that I thought was help putting this out there. And now all it is, like I said, that's all it is drama. That's all it is. That's why I'm constantly hitting unsubscribe from people now, because that's not what I'm about. But now when people are introduced to it, that's what they see, drama. We can't keep the fighting from ourselves, let alone putting ourselves on such a big platform in the world's eye and saying, hey, look at us. We're like squabbling fucking kids in our room fighting over a toy.
Yep.
I don't know. I don't mean to rant, but it just shows that, again, what I'm always saying, the money grab that this community is about. That's what it is, in my opinion. I don't think it's about the fact that they get to get things out there. It's about the fact that there's going to be to them, what seems like a fat stack of cash that comes with this contract. And maybe not everybody, because by no means do I think Joe is in it for the money. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, me and Joe have been on panel many times, and we've talked and rapped, and I know that's not what Joe's about. But I don't doubt that there's a good portion of those that are going to get involved in this that are only doing it because they see the payday at the end of the rainbow. There's nothing, there's nothing more to them than subscriber donations and monetization. That's all they care about. That's all that they fucking care about.
We're looking at, and I disagree, Eric, about the infancy comment. This is still a young community, but we look at the young community, and then we look at a lot of the people that I'm using air quotes here at the forefront. with their shady past. We're looking at child molesters, alleged rapists, frauds, wife beaters, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. That puts a shit stain on your movement. That hurts your movement. That weakens your movement. Why are we weakening an already young movement? That's what's hurting this movement. Wake the fuck up, people. We need legitimate leaders who lead by example, who are amazing human beings, great parents, great humans. They don't lie, they don't cheat, they don't steal, and they focus on what's important, educating the public and educating public officials on changing the laws and doing it in a professional, effective way.
And you don't have people like Slacker, Southside Slacker. He has matured. I've watched him from the beginning, since I've been watching it for like 3 years, and he has matured because he has come to the realization of how this affects his whole life, not just him going out there and making all this nonsense and stirring shit up, but like how it affected his wife and, their marriage and, his children. And now he's a grandfather, and it's like, it's matured. He's matured, which is the way you have to go.
Oh, I appreciate that. That's why anytime I do a live stream or anything, I try to end off with 2 words. I try to give everybody that's watching a blessing, man. Like, you may not believe, but I give everyone a blessing from my higher power, man. We all need it in life, and I try to tell everyone, be the change you want to see. Because I was so used to telling the cops, you need to do this, and looking in the mirror and saying, well, what am I doing? Why you wake up and do the same thing and expect different results. We all know what that is, and that's what I was doing. I was waking up and doing the same thing I was doing every day, but expecting the world to change around me. Well, I have to participate in that change if I want to see it happen.
Anyone in the chat want to come up and kind of, vouch for?
Well, what does Bird think?
Bird's blowing 303 right now. I already got some photos.
Is that what I'm doing?
Oh, he just pulled 303 right out of his mouth. Hey, Bird, welcome back.
Oh, you're awesome.
Yeah, he's been hanging out with other people, so he wants nothing to do with me today. No call, no texts, no nothing.
Whatever, bro. It's not
I see
how
it is. I'm chopped liver. I'm chopped liver.
I literally just told you I had a full schedule and that I would pop in if I could.
Yeah. I don't even know him anymore.
Well, Sancho, you ain't Joe Cool, so you're second fiddle.
Well,
how high did you get Joe Cool? How fucked up did you get Joe Cool?
Actually, I haven't seen Joe Cool.
He said he was over your house getting high.
He was lying to you.
Why?
That's a great question.
I've never seen Joe Cool come up on the panel and look as obliterated.
Yeah.
Thank you. His hands on some of that fucking CO weed, bro. I'm telling you,
he might have been depressed.
No, he looked high as a kite. He
got some good from the store, and
his teeth was making love to that chicken nugget.
That's awesome. That's good, man. I'm glad Joe's enjoying it.
I thought I heard he was with you. I guess I misunderstood. I don't know.
No, I heard that too.
Yeah, so the plan is that Joe will link up with me at some point, I believe tomorrow. And I'll probably be going out with Jeff, Joe, and HPR and 303 to do a little reconnaissance and or protest against CSU.
Now, so we probably need to do this now. So if you all get arrested, do you want us to try to do a PayPal pull to get you out?
No. Nobody fucking get.
We could try to.
Yeah, go ahead.
Shit, I could try to raise $50K for you, but you got to act blind.
Oh jeez. That's vicious, guys. That's vicious.
Hey, Bird, can you read this comment, Bird?
Not really, because I'm driving. Can you read it to me?
How about a strategy of activism that actually works? Try taking your cases to civil court instead of racking up lots of criminal charges and accomplishing nothing.
Okay, well let's talk about something as simple as a complaint. Did you guys see any of the videos that I posted earlier today?
I did. My name was mentioned the first 30 seconds. I was like, what the fuck? Did I just hear my name?
Yeah, man.
I saw you on the phone. You didn't say nothing about Mio.
You saw me on the phone?
You're not a big star yet, Kev. Just keep working on it, man.
You saw me on the phone?
We got Saturday nights coming up, Kevin. You'll be a superstar in no time.
What do you mean you saw me on the
Was I in it?
What's that?
Was I in it at least?
No, Odin. You're like the lowest guy on my totem pole right now.
You cocksucker.
No, I love you. I love you. Serious. No, so let's take a look at that situation though, right? So literally I have a district attorney, okay, that won't allow me to have a filled out piece of paper complaint and or a response saying whether or not that complaint has been sustained. He denies any allegations of violations of public trust, but says that, yes, it was just a mistaken identity. My guy admits to it. It's totally his fault because you handed him the paperwork. So at the end of the day, who can I complain to? DA tells me that it ends with him. So according to Ray Daniel from the Larimer County District Attorney's Office, the stop is right there at his office and his decision not to take the complaint and to address it in-house and not give me any physical information whether or not my complaint was sustained or not sustained. That's a problem. Not just that, but he drills me for my information and my name so he can get back to me, and then tells me directly after that in the same conversation that he has no intent in getting back a hold of me. So I agree with that statement. I don't think I mean I don't agree with that statement because I don't see that there's any redress or recourse for the people at this point. This isn't the first situation that I've wound up in this, right? The same shit with CSU. Like at the end of the day, if our complaints are not validated and or even acknowledged, and yet all the proof and information is right there in front of you to say, yes, there's wrongdoing, or yes, you know, a road is public versus private, right? Then we don't have any fucking abilities to redress our government. If they're not going to make simple decisions around simple issues, how the hell can we expect them to make complicated decisions around complicated issues?
What about your lawyer? What about your lawyer, Liberty? Oh.
He's driving, so I think he hopped off by accident.
Okay.
Kev, can you remind me, or you ask him this question when he does pop up, if he does pop up again? Would he consent being on the Roku channel without compensation? And B, what if tomorrow you know who starts filming for the Roku channel? All right, let's ask him. I have a really good question for you, Liberty, and then I'm gonna pass it off to just. Oh, he just left again. Cocksucking motherfucker.
When is this supposed to go live? When is it supposed to be? When's the official date?
For what? This Activism News Network.
Yeah.
Odin, would you know, Kev?
I have no idea.
Jesus, you guys been around forever.
They're taking subscriptions already, so I'm not sure if they already have content there.
My fault. I did not mean to disconnect on you again. So what's the question?
Josiah, what's your question first? I don't want to cut you off.
When is the date for this?
Launch? The launch date?
Launch, yeah.
I didn't hear him mention a date. Did anyone in the chat hear
No.
a date?
Nope.
They don't even have their 501c3 yet, so there's no date announced yet.
But they're already taking money.
Right. So, Liberty Bird, let me ask you a question. You weren't picked for this team. Would you agree to be on the network?
I would not. No.
Would you
ahead.
agree to be? Let's just say Jeff starts filming tomorrow for the Roku channel. Would you be okay with that being on film without getting compensated?
For me personally, I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, go ahead and make money on whatever I do for you. I mean, and if you don't believe me on that, Look at the blessings and love that I have for Joe Cool and the success that he had with interactions that we had together, right? Joe Cool did fucking fabulous work there. I can't take that away from him. So if Jeff were to perform fabulous work and were to, put that all over, I would say, go for you, bro. And if I was part of that, I would just be like, cool, man. I'm glad that I was part of your awesome content. And thanks for supporting the cause.
Okay.
I don't think everybody else is like that. I mean, I personally think that other people are going to have issues, but I'm a little different. I'm like, I'm not monetized, right? I have no intent in monetizing.
Here we go.
Never asked for a single PayPal donation to go to my name or for my benefit.
Right. I think it's going to create resentment knowing that it's a paid network and people have to pay to be on it. I think that's a problem. Ed is saying, I spent a year trying to educate these guys on case law and First Amendment activity with sound advice. I did vids and posted them on YouTube. They called me a bootlicker and rejected my help. That's a big issue we're having with people being labeled.
He sounds like NJ. That sounded like NJ Diver.
Yeah,
sounds like the same type guy.
The same treatment of trying to educate you and get you to cross the other side of the fence and listen to the opposing view and not call us a troll. You know, that word is being used and abused so much in this community that it weakens this community and it delegitimizes this community when the opposing view can't have a voice and they get muted or they're being called a troll and they're blocked and banned. It just hurts the community. It hurts the movement.
Now, on the Roku network, are they going to have live chat? And if they're going to have live chat, the trolls get in there and say, "Hey, you're fucking up with this fucking law,"
right?
And they get timed out. Are they going to reimburse them?
I don't think so. I don't think there's going to be live chat to the Roku.
No, I think the panels shows like we're doing right now are going to be taped on YouTube, and then they're going to transform to that channel. So that's what Jeff's show is.
Oh wow, they're actually going to use the StreamYards as part of the Roku gig.
Yeah, that's my understanding that Jeff's going to do panels again on there. So, and
I would say I like Jeff as a host. So
yeah, I think he'd be good at it.
Yeah, I do too.
No.
I heard Sancho die a little inside when I said that.
I'm fine, man. You can,
sure.
Grown man, you can say what you want.
Well, we definitely have all had plenty of.
I'm the boogeyman.
Well, no, I'm just saying we've all had plenty of discord with each other, dude, on all kinds of ends. I mean, I think that many of us, like especially in an attempt to hold each other accountable, we wind up, kind of appearing to each other sometimes as trolls. You know what I mean?
After that first missile launch I did, Jeff knows to keep my name out of his fucking mouth because the stuff I know about him. So
is that like DDT for you, Berg?
I mean, I don't know. Maybe I don't know what DDT thinks he's got on me, but I'll tell you this much: I don't fucking have to worry about criminal shit. I'll tell you that much. The only thing I have to worry about is making moral decisions, and sometimes I succeed at that, and sometimes I don't. So scrutinize the fuck out of me if you will, but at the end of the day, you're gonna look stupid.
Is the Bird and Kevin show? Is that gonna be? We're gonna worry about morals?
No. I think that we'll.
And DDT Grizz, I wouldn't worry too much about him. Sorry.
I'm friendly with him. We buried our hatchet. I don't know what he's saying about Liberty Bird though.
No, me and Bird are going to be doing a show, Sancho, on your show.
Yeah, I'm aware of that. So yeah, it's all
okay. Yeah.
I just want a date and a time for you two to get your shit together.
It's either going to be this Saturday starting or the following Saturday.
Okay.
It's up. See, Bird's got to get his stuff done because winter's coming. So
Bird's a busy motherfucker.
He's only got a week or two left of workable weather.
I think y'all think he just gives hand jobs to 303 every time he's on the panel, but he's working. He's a family man. He's busting his ass working, helping out Eric Brandt, doing some records requests. Bird's one of the small percentage of good people in this community, despite the fact that he's a fucking weirdo.
But he's a smart one. He holds the ladder.
He not only holds the ladder, but he climbs it, then he fucks it. And, he just hops on.
That would be a show for the Roku.
Yeah, that would be a great show for the Roku. Him fucking a ladder.
Yeah.
He's got spotty service over there. I'm not gonna say nice things about him when he comes back up. Once is enough, guys. So, once he comes back up, I'm just gonna go back to busting his balls because he didn't even have a comment to what I said. All the nice words I said to him. Fuck him.
I'm actually shocked that they didn't ask Southside Slacker to join the Roku team.
It is.
Yeah.
I told
Laura.
CFW today, I'm like, I'm surprised her name wasn't even contacted. Send a feeler out. Rogue has like Southside's, they're a part of the same Discord. He could have easily reached out to Southside. Southside's not hard to find.
Kevin or Odin, did they include furry in this?
I hope not.
No, I don't think so.
No, furry.
They had News Now California.
Big Nick said
News Now California is a weirdo.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna lose you guys in a minute. You were saying something to Kevin, and I lost.
Lala.
He's sucking off a robot.
Get off the three
You guys can't hear
nipples.
me.
We can hear you.
Was furry part of that thing, Bird? Do you remember?
No.
Furry?
Yeah. Was he part of the network?
No, I don't think so. I seen the list today actually, so it looked like there was quite an extensive list.
Well, where is it?
Yeah, you want to text me the list?
Yeah, I could do that. I seen it in my community page, so I'm about to lose service
it's in
here
your
though.
community page?
No, it's not in my community page. It's in my community page, like subscriptions and shit.
Oh, that's not going to do anything for me. You want to put it in? Why don't you put it up on your community page? This guy. This fucking guy.
See, they should have like a form, like a. This is who it's in it, and have a montage of all their different best points of their videos coming soon to Roku.
Yeah. Well, how much is Roku gonna promote this? How much advertises Roku gonna do? Oh my god! Punch myself in the mouth. This fucking guy. Are you sure you want to host a show with him?
Liberty.
Yeah, because it probably looks like it's going to be a show with just me on it.
Right.
So I'll have to have fill in
I
people.
think I'm doing pretty good for only.
He can't even hear you. That's why.
Sancho, I think I'm doing good for driving fucking 75.
He doesn't realize it doesn't matter if we can't hear what he says. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
What's Liberty Bird's new channel name?
His new channel name is Citizen Slave.
Okay.
Which is, I put that in a YouTube search today, and
Constant interrupting.
Yeah, I couldn't find his channel.
Can't hear channel.
3 nipples.
It'll show up under Liberty Bird too.
Yeah,
3 nipples go
Citizen Slave.
Now he just pops up without even being added anymore. What the fuck?
He's got magic.
I didn't even add him.
Kind of like a turd that won't flush.
He just jumps up without even being added anymore.
Bird the floater.
Bird? Bird?
Bird? Bird?
This is bad.
Yeah, he forgets that he's on. He's like, 303, come here.
Oh, yeah. We heard at the end of it, he was mud wrestling with him or something.
Yeah.
I'm like,
dude, I am driving in the car through fucking a mountain range.
Okay.
Liberty Bird, I have it here, but he only has home, videos, and playlists. I don't see community page.
I heard he shut his channel down because he's coming out of the closet. So that's what I heard. I don't know.
Smoky Mountain Rain.
And no one can hear him to argue it too. So that's the greatest part about this. You know, his silence means he agrees with it. So that's great.
Or he,
That's what
silent
Furry
but deadly.
says. Silence is consent.
Silence is definitely consent. Do you guys want to change the subject or keep going on Activism News Network?
Change subject.
Yeah, let's change it.
Who votes on this panel?
You mean politically?
Yeah.
I do.
Well, I do.
Like, this is a story of a woman who's 94 years old, and she traveled 300 miles each way just so she could vote.
And don't tell me she was denied.
No, she wasn't denied. Jesus.
Okay.
She went 600 miles round trip. She lives in Detroit, has been staying with her son, Julian, in Zion, Illinois since September 2019 when she wasn't feeling well. She decided to stay put when the pandemic happened and requested a ballot to send to Illinois. She said, I said, I'd better go back to Detroit and make sure that I vote. So she went out of her way to vote, and more than 28 million people have elected ballots to vote. But I think every election year, without talking about what party you side with, whatever, I think the biggest thing is getting out and vote. And you know, I commend this woman and her grandson or her son, whatever, for driving her all this way to get her to vote, because it meant so much to her at 94 years old to have her voice heard and to vote. And I think that's a really good inspirational story.
That is. I didn't want to rain on your parade and say, yeah, she's voting for a two-party system ultimately that isn't really giving us a choice.
Son of a bitch.
I didn't want to rain on your parade.
I'll be back. Cav, you take over. Cav, you take over. I'm throwing the headset.
Oh, man.
Stupid son of a
poor guy.
So tell us, Bird, is the network going to fail?
Is what network going to fail?
The News Now network that they're trying to put together.
I mean, I don't want to say it's going to fail. I think that would be a horrible thing to push on anybody. However, I would make this statement. The First Amendment auditing community hasn't really worked. So I don't know how they're going to make Roku work.
Do you think they need to have more than just activism?
I'm thinking that activism isn't what it should be about at all. I think that standing on liberties and constitutional freedom, I don't really see that as activism. I see that as actively fucking exercising what's already supposed to be what's, law, ultimately, right? It's ratified
so
law.
what would you do differently?
What would I do differently than Roku?
If you were going on Roku and you were a Rogue Nation, how would you have done it?
I wouldn't have.
Is there a way to save this then? What would you do differently than Rogue is if you were doing it then?
But that's a hard. I mean, you'd be better off asking anybody else that question, Kevin. I mean, you know the deal.
Yeah.
I do not believe that we should ultimately be policing for profit. I also don't really think that we should be exercising our rights for profit. At the end of the day, sometimes lawsuits are the things that speak fucking words that people listen to. Because unfortunately, a regular conversation of saying, hey, don't criminalize me, or B, you're not allowed to violate public trust that way, and people want to just ignore the problem and then pretend there's no wrongdoing when they clearly see that there is. I'm thinking that both sides of the system are failing. We as people and the system that's supposed to be fucking overseeing it.
Yeah, I knew you would give that answer. That's what I was looking for. Yep.
Isn't it more advantageous if they take and present like, okay, this is just pick a topic, the ADA laws. Okay, this is what we need to do. We need this many people to do it. Here is what we have to do to achieve this. And, presenting what you can do to change it through the courts, through the legal system. I mean, you have to work that way. That's the way the system is set up, so you have to play that game. and you should be providing information and encouraging people to call this or sign this petition or get behind this, move law or whatever they want to change.
Well, we can't just have policies and regulations to supersede law. But I'm going to let you guys talk more about that. I think I might have made Sancho a little mad with my shenanigans.
Hey man, do you think, man?
All right, well then I'm going to go with don't shut down the show right away, because I have to go through this large gap, which is about 15 miles of no service to get home. So I will turn you back on as soon as I get there.
Well, I thank you for listening.
Yes, I will be back shortly.
Thank you for listening.
Tell Joe I said hi.
I won't see Joe till tomorrow, but I will.
All right.
I'll see you guys here in literally 20 minutes.
All right.
Okay.
I appreciate you. Drive safely. Beat the fucking motherfucker.
Be nice.
No good motherfucker.
Be nice.
No good motherfucker. Telling people he shot on my story, man. That was a good, feel-good, inspirational story. He walked in, dropped his pants, took a giant dump.
Blow me, nigga. Blow me.
Wasn't that weird, by the way? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to blow it. Yeah.
They're all excited because they're all going to see each other tomorrow.
What?
All the people in Denver.
I thought they saw each other today. I don't know.
Well, that's what we heard, but doesn't sound like it was the truth, right?
I don't know, Odin. I don't know.
Blow me, nigga. Blow me.
I don't know. I just like, if we're going back to Activism News Network, what would Josiah? What would the perfect business plan be for this?
Oh, I have no idea. I've never started a business or even went there. Like I said, I have sat on a board that has, that 501c3, status, but I was dealing with, that board is made up of doctors and lawyers, and they go by the book. They know what they're doing because they're getting their legal counsel. It's and there is no nepotism involved in anybody on that board.
Did they have to go the nonprofit route to do this with Roku?
Yes, you don't pay taxes.
What if they made enough ROI they didn't have to worry about paying taxes? I mean, they could afford it. I mean, I don't know.
Well, what's the other reason besides paying taxes? They want to do workshops, they want to do all kinds of stuff supposedly out of this money that they make.
They want to get grants. Grant writers in itself.
That's right.
Grant writers are expensive.
Yeah.
So what the fuck? So I don't know. I just think that there should have been a summit behind the scenes to get people with opposing views to kind of give them what they thought before it went public.
Well, I'll tell you what they should have done,
right,
Sancho. I believe that they should have taken if they're going to do it this way, you take all your product off YouTube. You go straight to YouTube, all 20 of them.
Make them,
and then
and
then just put in little bits of clips that you can see the rest of this
trailers.
Yep.
Yeah. Little teasers.
Yep.
Stick the tip in a little bit. That's it.
Yep.
But you're so available here. I'm not going to miss you. I'm not going to want more of you because I can go through your channel of over 100 videos and get my fix that way.
Well, they can private every video they have and force you to want to. If you really want to see them, you have to go to that Roku.
Well, I mean, that's one of my biggest fears is doing 7 days a week. Is A, I have a personal life with a really awesome girlfriend, and B, like, you guys are gonna get sick of me if I do 7 days a week. You will. You get sick of me. I mean,
Well, it says we're not sick of you already.
right, but there's a point. I did twice today. That's why.
I'm here for Odin to make the fart noise. That's all.
No,
I'm, here for.
I'm not here for that at all. Actually, I didn't know Harry Balls was doing a lot of those earlier until I found out.
Odin was hairy.
Yeah, I found out after the fact. Well, I'm sure Odin
Yeah, I
knows
believe
who it was. Yeah, I know. Yeah, they fuck with me a little bit too much. They fuck with me a little too much. And then after the fact, behind the scenes, you okay, Sancho? Stop fucking with me. I'm fine if you stop fucking with me. How about that? That's a good deal. You know? Jesus. Whose phone's ringing? Oh, then stop at the phone. That was him the whole time. Remember yesterday when that phone was fucking me up and I thought someone was calling me?
Yeah.
That was him the whole time. You motherfucker. You put your penis in my brain and then you're like, is your brain okay? Stop mind fucking me. My brain will be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I literally checked. I was about to go to my Gmail thinking someone was calling my Google Talk. And then you're pulsating the whole time. And I'm like, it was you. You did it yesterday to me. That's not cool.
It was fucking hilarious.
I'm like, anyone else hear this besides me? What the fuck is going on? Because I have headphones on. So everything goes in my ear.
Uh-oh, retard alert. Retard alert, class.
This motherfucker.
Oh.
Kev, take over.
Hey, Odin, you've been around for a while. Have you seen anything like this before? Was this similar to what Fury was trying to do, last year, or what do you think?
This, whatever they want to call it, it was tried with Nair, with the Texas people. It was tried with Furry. There was, I believe, another group out there that was trying it.
But there are a lot of legitimate activism groups out there who are not, running around calling the cops names. They're into the legalities to get the laws changed without the drama, without the entertainment.
Yeah, go nice. El Sanchez is in the corner rocking back and forth. Southside Slacker trolled him too much.
Hey, Golden Eyes, come up here. We could use a woman's point of view. Tell us what you think about not having any women on this network. It was pretty. To me, it's a damn shame because you're cutting half your audience viewers.
Yeah.
And so I'd be curious to what she would think. I'm sure from a woman's point of view, not having any women, would that make you not want to watch the men? And Glitterbug says, "Hi, Odin."
Hey, Glitterbug.
You know who's really PO'd that he didn't get an invite into this exclusive club is Omaha. He was having a shit fit today about it.
Did he make a mention of how many black people are in this network?
No.
Well, Rogue said that he looked at people's pasts, and if they had checkered pasts, that he wasn't going to have them as a part of the team. So I don't know Omaha's past, but that's. Say again.
He's a felon.
Yeah, maybe that was a cutoff. Well, maybe not because there's other ones doing it.
Rogue is a felon.
Yeah. Maybe it was the type of crime.
Do you have to be, and this may be a little rude, and I apologize. Do you have to be what's considered a felon in order to have a chip on your shoulder big enough to be passionate in this kind of movement?
Is that a criteria for getting in the program?
Look at the majority. Don't most of them have a bad experience with the police, with charges being filed against them, and they have resentment because of it?
I was having a conversation with I forget on a panel, and it was on Noli D's panel. Oh, assassin. And I were talking about it, and I said, like, I can only come at this. I can't come at it from experience because in my life I've never had experience with the police, encounters with the police. I never had experience in the court system. I've never been in jail. So I really don't know how this works. I'm just looking at it from the outside in, so I really can, it's not something that I have experience in. I don't know, the only way you can really talk about it is if you've had experience in the system, being part of the system, going through the system, knowing what it is to fight the system. That's what I believe. And then you can speak about it. I don't know if Sancho has been in the system either, but he probably has.
I just think that I think that there's a way to do it. A lot of there's rumors of Sancho doing a cop watch soon. By the way, I have heard that rumor spread around, and being educated on the law and being educated on the boundaries of what you can and can't do and should or shouldn't do is key. And having the effective approach of reporter and not instigator is key. And you don't have to have an arrest record in order to get into this, to get laws changed and people educated. You don't. You don't
No.
have to have that kind of chip on your shoulder.
No, you don't.
A lot of people, the first time they got arrested was doing this activism work. Because that will happen. You might get arrested. And you got to be aware of that because the education process is slow, and you might have to be a martyr and get thrown in jail for a little bit to be educated of, maybe it's a problem,
Well, and that goes back to Southside Slacker.
Right.
He went through all of it, and he saw the ramifications that it had on his marriage, his children, his brothers, and the toll that it takes. So how much are you willing to, subject your family to that?
I talk to a lot of auditors, and they look at it like it's an adrenaline rush, and it's very, once you're monetized, it's a time-consuming adrenaline rush where it's like, let's go out and film the cops and make some money, and you make more money if you get a good catch, obviously. But the big thing that I'm having with this network of 20 people is these are 20 people who aren't used to having a boss. There are 20 people who aren't used to having anybody have their hands in the pot, so to speak, on deciding what content goes where. I find it hard to believe that it's going to be 5 per month, and like any 5, they're going to have to be meticulous from a marketing standpoint and say, we need your best 5. We need you to put a trailer up on your channel and get everyone to go on here to watch your top 5. And there's going to be a drop in financial when your top 5 are taken off a free platform that's monetized, where anyone can see it, and you're taking the rug out from under them, going on into a paid platform.
Yeah, where they're only getting paid, 2%?
Right.
Yeah.
you know, I think showing a united front with these 20 people is key. I highly doubt these 20 people have talked individually together as a unit. Um, I just think that getting everybody, like getting all these egos in check, getting all these people who have too much pride in check, getting these independent people who don't have a boss and aren't used to being told what to do in check, it's challenging. I'll say the least.
Yeah, well, you don't have 20 people sitting around a table where you're passing out material explaining what is actually going to happen and getting their input on it. Do you think this will work? Should we try this? Should we try that? Who's going to
And Rogue's in Masshole's Discord. So he's got no excuse. I mean, he could have reached out to anybody from Masshole in that Discord, Slacker included, NJ Diver, yourself, everyone on this, and he could have reached out and said, "Hey, this is what I'm thinking." Kind of rip it apart and tell me what I should be in store for, and maybe I can improve it before launch.
Should have all been set in stone before it even was mentioned.
Well, they wanted the subs.
Yeah, to give them the money they need to start it up. Oh. Yeah, I don't want to be negative about it. And like Slacker said, you don't want to be negative about it. But you're opening a Pandora's box that you don't know what is going to happen because there is no blueprint that you are following.
There's a lot of unknown.
Yeah.
There's a lot of unknown, and when there's unknown, your ears have to be open and you have to listen. Notice he always say he doesn't say bye when he leaves. This guy Odin, is he raised by mongoloids? You think it's okay to just jump off without saying bye? I mean, talk about manners.
Mic drop.
Talk about manners. I mean, does he go over your house and just randomly walk out the door without saying bye? That seems like that's what Odin does. The fucker. But yeah, I mean, let's go back to what we're talking about. Before someone fucking distracted me.
Golden Eyes is there. She's in the chat. Get her to come up.
She said she's a little busy. She's a little tied up right now. She's a busy lady. But I just think opening your ears to the other side of the fence is huge and it's key. And that's
I'll sing, Golden.
That didn't happen. I don't want you singing. I don't want you singing.
Well, I wouldn't sing to you.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I mean, I've turned that down multiple times on the phone. So why would I want on a live panel?
Kevin, do they have any from the West Coast involved in this?
Well, I can remember news now, California.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't stand his voice. Oh.
Yeah, and there might be one more out there. SGV, maybe.
I don't think he's in it.
Or is it High Desert?
I don't know. I mean, did Bird text me he didn't text me the fucking list. Can anyone get that list?
He doesn't have a community page. I just went on.
He talks out of his ass.
Because all there is the homepage of videos and then video collection. That's it. I mean, there is no homepage. There's no community.
Chuck Bronson was on it.
Chuck's on the list, yeah.
Tyrant, Hunter.
Yeah.
He's a regular here, Tim. Yeah, he's a good guy. He's someone that should have. I mean, this guy does live interviews with a fucking suit on.
DPN.
Him and DPN with their intelligence level, those two need to be utilized greatly and just not used as people standing in the background just waiting for orders. Those two with the intelligent level They need to be at the forefront of the marketing and the seminar aspect. And they did draft some really good draft picks, but they have to utilize those draft picks to their best ability. And those two have the intelligent factor, but they need to be utilized as such. Joe, I told this to Rogue off air, and I told this to Joe off air. I said, out of everybody in this group, you're the one who's going to be on the most panels. So guess what? You need to be a fucking mascot for this company. You need hats, you need hoods, you need all that shit. And you need to professionally find a way to promote the network. Joe's going to be a walking, talking like mouthpiece. By the amount of panels he's on, they could utilize him as a good marketing tool.
Joe could promote it. He has a personality.
If he gets shit together. Yeah, I mean, he just has to know what he's promoting.
Yeah.
I don't think he knows yet, So that's the challenge.
See, my point is that I think they cut themselves when you only pick 20, and it has to be all auditors. So they should have went on. Look, we're gonna get this up and running, and then we'll start paying. Like a real nonprofit up and coming, and they agree, and they all give out their good stuff, but still keep using YouTube, and but you give other content on Roku.
You got to be open to things. Like every night, anyone who joins the Discord knows I literally go, "How did I do, guys?" And I have my ears wide open for feedback. Like Josiah can back that up. I mean, every time. I love his words of encouragement and his advice. I need that.
I give it to you in your Discord. I go privately give it to you.
Yeah, which is huge. Which is huge. I've had ever since joining the way I joined. I got 2 advisors who I reach out to. Did I fuck up? What do you think? Well, because you gotta open yourself up for negativity and flaws and be like, yeah, I was a little too negative on this. Yeah, I should have done this better. And you got to open yourself up and listen, because if you're not listening, your ears are shut. And if your ears are shut, maybe my wallet should be shut.
Yeah.
Mic drop. That's a mic drop moment, Kev.
Well, that one guy named Kevin says that one guy, Kev, says he emailed you the list right now, Sancho. So you should have it in an email.
Appreciate you. Let me check that. That one guy, Kev, it might be my favorite Kev. Just saying, I've known him forever.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, Kev on the panel, like I was saying, like if you're going to have 20 people and you really have it, they become employees, and you have to know their backgrounds, because their backgrounds can be detrimental.
So this is on Rogue Nation's community page. So, all right, you guys ready for the list?
Yeah.
John Felix, Big Nick, News Now California, Rice Krispies, Rogue Nation, Government Accountability, Eyes on the State, Wyber Rob, News Now South Florida, James Madison Audits, Jeff is here / NC Tyrant Hunter, Disorderly Product News, Questionable Authority, Joe Cool, Freedom to Film, Hoosier News Now. Oh, that's a mistake. Wolfie Glidely, Accountability Inspector, Tyrant Slayer Studios, Solo Yaker, and Chuck Bronson. Those who did not make the list, Liberty Bird. Your thoughts, everybody?
Keep on bringing that up, like, so I guarantee this, like, if I even came up in conversation, which I highly doubt I did, someone like Chuck Bronson would be like, no, the Bird ain't getting down with that. Like, that ain't who he is.
Oh, welcome back.
You know what I mean?
Oh, I thought he said he didn't know you.
He didn't know who he was.
Chuck Bronson didn't say that, but I believe Rogue
No.
Nation said that.
Yeah, Rogue. Yeah.
Yeah, which is funny because I've talked to him once before.
He did not know who he was.
Yeah, see, and to me, I think why would he say that? I mean, because he does know Berg. That was a kind of a weird thing to do, in my opinion.
Well, I'm a little guy. I'm easy to forget, dude. It's all right. Humble roots.
Our show will be better.
There are several people on this. I'd say at least 5 that I don't know anything about.
Can I ask you guys a question? And I'm not trying to be funny here, but do you guys think that they went and looked at everybody's sub count and the ones with the big sub count they picked?
He promoted that. He promoted that because this one has 160,000, subscribers. So we have 250,000 to start, and blah 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 blah. So yeah, he did. He went.
So how come Abrams isn't on the list?
Well, Abrams is in jail.
That's where the best videos coming, dude. They're gonna have more Roku footage from fucking Abrams' cell than they have fucking combined in everybody else's audits.
Prison Diaries, we can call it. There, we got a show.
I like
the Tyrone love story.
Accurate Amanda has some good content. She had a video where she went out wearing a burqa, grocery shopping, and the looks people gave her were crazy. So
I think my only complaint about the list, dude, I'm on some I'm glad that they came up with the list, and I think the subscriber count's a smart move. I think from a business perspective, that makes a lot of sense to me.
But how many? Okay, you're staying in the same genre, Bird. Let me finish.
Hold on, Kevin. I think that what hurts me about it is that it is very gender specific, and it definitely is not all inclusive. Which I think that's the only thing I take offense to, as far as their desire to promote this Roku stuff. I hope it's a good business venture.
The community is so small, and so although you look at their sub count. But how many subs are subbed to each other? So that number, let's say it's 10,000, which we know it's more, but for this, I'm just saying 10. About five or six people out of every other room has been counting 3 or 4 times. So that true number might be 600.
Yeah.
It's real shit, Kevin. Now you're getting it.
Yep.
But at the same time, there's a lot of people that watch Who's Their News Now that probably don't watch Joe. You know what I mean? There's probably a lot of people that watch Rogue Nation that don't spend any time watching fucking Chuck Bronson romp through Indiana like it's his fucking playground. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I think they should have somebody in Denver. Why not Ghost Nation or Liberty or?
Well, you got to realize though that in Denver you have the Denver Crew. The Denver Crew's already established. They do their own fucking thing, and they often, in my personal opinion, set the bar for groups across the entire nation. Interestingly enough. So, I mean, that being said, I kind of am on some sit back, relax, and let the Denver Crew do the Denver Crew. Let fucking the Roku Crew do the Roku Crew.
And we got a show starting Saturday.
Is this true, Liberty Bird? Do you two have a show on my channel Saturday? Saturday night, I presume.
How did this turn into on Sancho's channel?
Oh my God! Here we go. He's cucking me again. This motherfucker.
Well, actually, I think it was Kevin that cucked you this time.
No, what do you mean it was Kevin that cucked me?
Kevin got frustrated with waiting, and so he was like, "You know what, Bird? Let's just do our own show, and we'll just run our own shit." And I was like,
"Wait a minute! You mean to tell me he called? You mean to tell me he called you behind my back to do a show on your channel?"
No. He said that he was gonna post it as his first video to show you that he was serious.
What an asshole! I've been waiting for Kevin to do a show for 16 years. It seems like, and I've been waiting, and then he chooses Joe Cool, who is beyond unreliable, who forgets who Kev is twice.
No, I didn't choose Joe Cool. Somebody that was put on me. the cool and uncool show.
Oh, he's blaming me.
Yeah, I think that was a Sancho idea.
Oh, that's not cool.
No, and then I told Sancho yesterday. I said or a couple days ago, I said I'd rather do it with Bird because Joe's going to be busy with this news Action Network, and he's like, yeah, that's a good idea.
Okay. Oh, so me and you were doing it on Sancho's channel though.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because
I guess we won't. I guess we won't cuck him then. I mean, someone's got to fill the Abrams void.
Bird, you knew they were doing it on my channel. You're an asshole, dude.
Sancho, I'm fully aware of what's going on. Yeah. So the plan is, I think what we're planning on doing is we're gonna actually take a couple of videos throughout the week. Per me or Kevin, right? And if you wanted to add stuff since it's your channel, I say definitely, add 3 in there too, Sancho. But we want to just take the most interesting videos that we see. I don't care if it's about cooking, if it's funny, if it's whatever, you know what I mean? And we're just gonna avoid 1A, 2A, 3A, like fuck your rights here. You have no rights. We're here to talk about other shit.
We're gonna make fun of people.
Yeah, I mean, there's going to be a lot of that for sure.
Karen flip outs and all that.
Well, maybe if it's the most interesting video.
If we can get on video, yeah.
So I think it just
slow motion.
The top 3 videos. Yeah, top 3 videos of your week that aren't related to the top 3 videos of the other person's week. You know what I mean? So if you have a double in there, obviously you want to watch it, but somebody's going to need to bring another video to the table.
Yeah.
Is there a name, Josiah, you think these 2 should be called?
No. Well, no, I came up with the name for your
show.
No
and Oh No would be a great name for a show.
No. Bird and Bones.
Bird and Bones?
There you go. I like it. That's banging.
Oh, that's just kind of graphic for an animal.
Bone and Birds?
Oh.
Bone and Birds.
That chicken looks pretty.
See, I think that Kevin had it right the first time. You got to go with Birds and Bones, otherwise it sounds too graphic.
I thought yours was good. Bone and Birds, but it should be Stone, Bone and Birds.
Huh. Bird and bird shit.
Ouch!
Bird flu.
Bird.
We'll work on it.
Bird in the word. I don't know.
Oh, geez, I got David for his smokes. He got me for mine.
I'm getting some name recommendations in the chat. Who, me?
Yeah, we should have a vote. We should let the people decide. I think that's the best way to do it. Maybe they'll tune in on Saturday to see the first show.
We can put a poll up on the first show and get people to vote. Win galore. All right, what else is on your everyone's mind? I did a couple hours earlier.
Hey, did your team win?
No.
What's the final score? Because they were coming back.
Yeah, they lost.
I'm still thinking about a funny ass question that you asked me earlier.
That I asked you earlier?
That you asked me earlier, and that was, who would I take with me if I died in a plane, or if I was in a plane crash?
Okay.
Like if my plane was gonna crash, who would I want to be there? And I'm like, that's the best ever, dude.
Yeah.
Who?
Good.
So like Jess and I were playing loaded questions. Jess, I lost miserably. I got 4 out of 20 right, and she won. And I don't want to publicly admit it, but we were asking questions like that. I thought it was more like getting to know each other questions, but it was like we learned a lot. We laughed a lot. Great. So I chose the Boston bomber who's still in jail in Boston. I chose him as the person that it go down with, because of what.
Why is that?
Because he's a terrorist who blew up a child, and along with other people in Boston.
Nice.
I mean, why is that? Like it's a bad thing that I would.
Well, no. Well, it's funny because when I asked 303 the same question, 303 told me that he'd want his wife or me to be there, and I'm like, thanks, but thanks.
What?
Yeah.
Because he's a narcissist, and he He wants to be comforted as he dies.
Yeah, he wants to be around people he loves.
He don't care about you dying, and your kid. No, and your wife. No, all he cares about is hold my hand before I die.
Do you remember what my answer was?
Oh, did you just say it?
No. I said or my reply earlier was the Pope, because then I know that the world's greatest evil died with me.
You said the Pope. You did say the Pope. That was good. You did say the Pope, but yeah, I mean,
but it's funny because that's me and you thinking on the same lines, that I would want someone evil, to be taken out, not someone that I love,
Right.
What about Timothy McVeigh and the Unabomber?
Right, someone like that would be on that list. I think, I got the board game like literally 5 feet from me. We could do a loaded questions night sometime.
Does it have to be somebody that's alive or somebody in history?
It'd be difficult bringing a ghost into an airplane.
Well,
no,
you got a ghost sitting here right on your panel
that speaks to you.
Allegedly.
Welcome to the Sancho Show, where the voices you hear are the same ones that he hears in his head on a daily basis.
Daily basis. Now everybody sit back and relax, and you're listening to El Sancho Live.
Is the voice in your head a woman's voice? Just curious.
The voice in your head is judging you.
That's right.
Here's the voice in my head.
A woman's voice is in your head.
Thanks, bud.
Man, I miss that noise. Mine are all grown up.
The voice in my head that you just heard, dude.
Yep.
It
controls when they love you.
It controls all my decisions and makes me fucking constantly scrutinize my bad actions and make me fucking make better choices.
Well, wait till your girl is 12 and she likes boys.
Oh no! And
then you're going to be the one. You're going to be second. You're not going to be number one anymore.
So I just seen that go down today at 303's house. His girl dude is now taking an interest in boys, and it was quite interesting to see his parenting skills around that dude. Dude's a fucking awesome dad. Like, he's really good at it. I'm definitely taking some notes because it seems like a lot to deal with.
It is, man. Especially if you have two kids close in age that are going through it at the same time, and they both like the same boy. Oh man.
Oh dude, that's why you need to make sure you don't have like one boy, one girl. Don't have two girls. You'll be done.
I had two girls close in age.
It's great for mom, right? It's great for mom to have that female support in the house, but it's pretty shitty for dad to be like, my masculinity has been deprived.
Well, man, with my wife leaving and stuff, it's me and the girls now, and I'm having to try to figure this out more now than ever because a lot of things that mom would have took care of, now dad has to take care of. And the boy thing, driving, picking boys up or trying to go on a date and stuff, I'm like, no. I'm like, well, mom said I could. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, well, yeah, mom doesn't run the house no more.
Yep, that's right.
Bert,
mom forfeited that right.
That's right.
I have a friend. He was raised in a house of 3 females with no male, and he married. He has 5 daughters and 3 dogs, and they're all female. So he's never been exposed to, a son or a father.
That's rough.
Yeah. Great guy, though. Great guy. Superman. And he had a difficult time when his daughters were grown and all of them are married, but when they first started with the boys, and that he didn't really have any experience, like how to judge these men that were coming with his daughters.
I think, dude, I think it's particularly hard for guys to raise daughters.
Oh, yeah.
I think the reason why is because we ultimately set the standard for what she is going to look for in a man for the rest of her life.
Yep.
And that's kind of the one thing I try to keep in the back of my head. And it's sad because, dude, my shortcomings, dude, make me very short of what a good man really is, right? So knowing that, you know, I can only strive to be better, become something better, but it's a lot of fucking weight, man, because at the end of the day, I want to set that bar as high as I possibly can.
Right.
Well, Bird, so far you show them that you're a hardworking man. You go to work. You're not running the roads. You're home almost every day.
You're caring, compassionate.
Yeah, and you know,
You
a lot of
put the
kids
work in.
nowadays, their fathers don't do that. They don't
Right.
work. Their fathers are gone.
And you put the work in, and those are standard pillars for a young baby to have, to grow up to realize that everything you're wishing is going to happen because you and your wife are putting the work in.
I'm gonna tell you a secret.
Wife don't have to work. I mean, she does, but she don't have to because I take care of it.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you a secret about being a dad. You can buy them all kinds of video games. You can buy them everything they want. But what really goes over is you sitting down with them,
Love,
and playing
care, and
a
attention.
card game, reading them a book, just cuddling with them on the couch and watching a movie together. Because when they hit a certain age, they're not going to do that anymore.
Yeah, the sad part, dude, is that I'm hoping that it actually gets better with time because, dude, my kid does not really like to cuddle a whole lot. Every once in a while, she'll curl up, you know, and get all comfortable and stuff. But she's usually on some like, get the fuck off me, let me do my thing, you know. But
well,
at the
how
same
old is she?
time, dude, there's I won't go into that. But what I will say is she's really young.
Okay, well, I'm not trying to tell everybody, but like around 2 to 3, 4 years old, they didn't want to do that. When it's 6, 7, 8, 9 years old is when it's the good time for that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's kind of what I anticipate too. That's what I anticipate. Yeah, well, I'll tell you this much: we're just getting into word stages.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
no is going to be very popular.
The funny thing
and
is,
mine.
Dude, yeah, I'm getting it. Mine is a big issue. Mine is a big issue. You know, and especially since she's the only child, dude. I definitely have some issues with her sharing already, and you know, participating in group activities. She's kind of on some like, I'm kind of like my dad. I want to hermit a little bit, you know. And I'm like,
you need to get another one. Bird.
That's exactly what I think. But you know, let's work on the life I got going on right now before I start bringing more life into it.
Sure, you got that right.
You know, there's a deep-seated thing that men don't acknowledge, but all of us, when it comes to our daughters, is the fact that we know how we were when we were teenagers and what we were looking for. And every man has that fear. You know?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's a deep-seated fear. It's like, oh, God, I know what I did and what I tried to do with girls, you know? So, like, yeah, all those boys out there trying to do the same thing.
Well, the best part about it, though, is that there's ways to combat some of that stuff, right? So I've already kind of thought about, you know, those things, and not just that, but then I see other examples of shit that happens in the world that absolutely take it way further than I would ever consider taking it. And that being said, dude, I think it's imperative, dude, that us as parents, dude, teach our kids, you know, certain things. And I think self-defense is a big one. And
I taught that. Yep.
Yeah, particularly with girls. And you know what? I'm going to make sure that my daughter is fully aware from a very young age that, you know, if things go super hectic, you know, this is how you combat it. And ultimately, I won't be short of making sure that she's even weaponized with mace or something like a sharp blade. You know,
I do the mace thing, and I've got one of those keychains that looks like for a car, and you hit it, and it's super loud. My daughter works at a grocery store, and they have her doing the carts. It's her first job. And,
I might even just grab one of those old people fucking like, you know, I've fallen and I can't get up fucking things. You know?
Alerts.
Yeah. I might even get one of those for my kid, dude, and be like, here you go, honey. If something fucking cracks off, you hit this button and then call dad immediately when you can. And
you can put there's an app on the phone for them to do that.
Yeah, but then you're fucking accessing kids with TikTok and Snapchat and all this.
I'm thinking,
shit.
I'm 17. She's already,
Yeah,
going to be 18.
The funny part, I want you to think about this. So you see all the problems that you're dealing with as a teenager. Now think about that and compare them to what you or your peers, and I would say specifically even
When
girls,
Bird was a teenager.
dealt with in our generation, right? Which I think is a very less complicated than it is nowadays.
Sure, didn't have social media and stuff.
I can only imagine what it's going to be developed into by the time that my child's actually in high school.
Well, you're probably looking 15 years. Oh my God.
Robots.
Yeah. You're gonna have.
Yeah.
You can probably get a robot to protect your kid. Your robot will walk your kid to school and stuff.
Building one, guys.
Yeah, drones
I know
picking
about
her
robotics.
up.
So
drones picking her up, dropping her off. Yeah, drone.
Oh man,
Who knows, man?
And shit, just fucking like Amazon, fucking picking your kid up like a package.
Isn't it endless though? Isn't the possibilities endless?
I mean, yes and no. I personally
with 5G, yeah.
No. I think with what we got going on with technology, dude, the technological development, dude, in this world today is ultimately going to destroy the world we live in.
Like Terminator.
I do not see our technological advancements as any way, shape, or form sustainable.
Now you're kind of out there, Bert, a little bit. Do you think that the technology that we have today was all driven by us, or did we have help?
It was all government driven.
Yeah, well, I mean, you guys don't want to know what the truth behind a lot of things are, and I would say that my truth may not be a truth that other people agree with. But I would judge people to jump down a rabbit hole that would say you need to look into something as simple as who created the internet, how was the internet created, and then in addition to that, currently the person who created the internet, where do they currently work? Which you'll find out is at CERN, and you'll find out that the invention of the internet is actually one that was driven by spirit cooking and conversations with demons. So at the end of the day, like if you want to say I'm far-fetched or I'm outlandish, I would really suggest that you did.
And that'd be a good show, El Sancho, for us to talk about.
Yeah.
So
you don't think anything like Roswell happened where we crash and we backwards engineered anything?
I personally think that if I don't personally believe that we have been physically visited and or communicated with by what we would consider to be an alien form from outer space or not of this world. However, I do believe that both certain government agencies, along with many people involved with groups such as the Rockefellers, I know those that followed Aleister Crowley in particularly were very interested in spirit cooking. We hear a lot of discussions around politicians that involve themselves in spirit cooking. And there's actually some very interesting phenomenon between the information that is obtained during these sessions of spirit cooking and the advancements that we have made in our technology and world.
Spirit cooking?
Spirit cooking. So
isn't that like that movie about the llamas where they were?
Here, let me hit on something. Me and Sancho got into this conversation. It got way too philosophical for him. But
I backed out of that conversation.
Yeah. Well, and I won't go too deep into it because I don't want to be sharing my personal experiences with people that would ultimately give them information I'd rather them not discuss. But we'll say this much. Aleister Crowley spoke about spirit cooking and ultimately communicating with demons. One of the ways that he was able to communicate with demons was through smoke, mirrors, and flash photography. He was in turn able to...
He didn't have a Luigi board?
I don't know how far he's taken it. I'm sure he probably played with Luigi. I'm not sure, dude. But this is what I do know, is that he says that if you want to capture a physical picture, right? A picture of a spirit in the physical form, you can do this through smoke, mirrors, and flash photography while spirit cooking. Okay, and that's pretty much summoning these, demonic spirits and or spirits. You might just call them spirits, but I personally believe that at the point that you're fucking talking to the dead, it's probably not a good one that you're talking to.
I took a picture of my wife and found one. So
have you ever seen someone on Flocka? I believe that so Flocka actually originated as a spirit cooking drug. And it was supposed to allow you to be on the same playing field as the spirit realm, right? Which is very interesting if you see the crazy contortional fucking type of movements, the jibber jabber, almost like it's an ancient language of its own. And it's kind of weird that when these people are on these drugs, they're actually talking similar gibberish, where I mean, just check it out. Go. If you don't believe me on that one, I would say go watch 5 Flocka videos. And
we should do one for our show.
Sure, yeah. Well, why don't we start with Flocka? I think that's a great. Why don't we start our show with Flocka? We'll go through the best Flocka videos that we can find, and you're
I
going to
get
see some very
copyright
interesting
strike
similarities.
because in the
not
past
if we
3
not if we
days,
commentate and we only use clips.
Liberty Bird and Harry Balls both said you're not going to get a strike. You're not going to get a 10. No.
The great
and
thing is
hours later,
on News
I get
New England,
emails.
dude. Right? So whatever we do on your channel, we can't be held responsible for. So we're not worried about it.
No, that's not what I'm. That's not.
As long as we're talking over it, we'll be fine. And you'd stop every 10 seconds or something.
Yeah, we'll have to. You'll have to. Well, Sancho, you're gonna have to jump in there and fucking monitor that shit, and ultimately click the pause
I
button.
trust you two motherfuckers not to fuck up.
Yeah, no, we're not. We'll make sure nothing has music in it, and that there's no copywritten materials that are used.
I'm not going to give you a Jeep to go drag racing.
No, I'd expect at least a Corvette.
Exactly. You don't need the, no music.
Ferrari would be fine.
No music.
Yeah, we know that
music.
Well,
No
that's
prime. No court TV. None of that shit. You can't do primetime networks.
Okay. No primetime networks. We'll just find regular shit.
Avoid music. Avoid Black Hawks on the panel. Most importantly, because I've never been porn bombed before.
Okay, so we won't let Tyrone on. Well, check this out. Me and Kevin are not planning on letting open panels happen during these sessions.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like we might take a couple of.
You motherfuckers a lot, and you two are having this behind the scenes thing about this, and I'm learning it for the first time right now.
Well, I think
what's going on?
I think the
we
great thing
talked about this
Kevin,
a while ago.
Yeah, and I think the great thing about doing it the way that me and Kevin are talking about doing it is we eliminate all the bombshell fucking crazy out of the Sancho show, and then we make it much more focused in on what's going on. There's not a whole lot of distraction with 5 people talking over each other.
Sure.
Well, you're going to discuss one topic, and it should be that way. I'll absolutely watch it because I don't believe in demons and all that stuff, but I would absolutely watch it. And you should keep it just to you and Kevin without allowing people to interject their beliefs or thoughts or opinions.
Yeah, because that's something like this. This is when the demons come out and want to talk to us.
What? What?
Devil is in the basement. He wants to come on up.
Oh man,
that's awesome.
I got so high. I had cornbread for the first time in a while, and he starts telling me about this subject, and I said, "Listen, bookmark." But I started screaming, "Bookmark, bookmark, bookmark!" And he's like, "Why?" I said, "Can you just bookmark this? We will to be continue this shit. I'm too high to have this conversation right now. Let's put a bookmark and we'll revisit." That's what you're looking forward to on Saturday.
Cool.
Work. I think you guys got to wear a condom over your brain.
Well, don't we all?
With Liberty Bird's gonna mind fuck the hell out of you people.
What are you talking about, bro? I got a tinfoil hat. I don't need no rubber.
Oh man, I
got some salt and a candle, so I'll be fine.
I think you guys got to come up with a name. That's all.
And you got to cover your mirrors. How's that?
I think the name 3 Titty and a Freak Show would be great.
Is that the picture from the Total Recall movie with the lady with 3 boobs?
Yes. Yes.
It's hard to tell.
Laura started Laurie keeps texting me, I'm sorry about the 3. I'm like, no, it's a fact. It looks like 3 tits.
What does she think it was supposed to be? Like somebody's head bent over? And
potentially 3 people putting their arms up, but that's not what it looks like. It looks like
yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
It looks like 3 tits. Hey, guy, what's going on? This guy has his like shirt off over here.
Is that live?
Yeah. Live from Hawaii. And instead of being at the beach, I'm looking at this guy's 3 tits. Of course, it's not live. But all right, I'm gonna wrap up a little bit because I'm getting really tired.
Yep, me too.
Getting sleepy here. What do we have to look forward to tomorrow? Anybody?
I guess Jeff and Joe and all of them are going to be doing shows together. So it'll be something different.
So, Bird, are you hosting people? Are you cooking a barbecue? Are you putting work in? Or what are you doing, my guy?
Are you talking to me?
No, the guy next to you who's called Bird.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you because I was attending to my child. What's that?
Are you playing host tomorrow? Are you like doing a barbecue, hosting these weird motherfuckers, or what are you doing?
No, man, I'm just fucking rolling with the show, dude. We're going down. We're gonna fuck with exercising some freedom and making sure that they understand that there will be cameras on that road.
Is Mouse going to be there?
It better not be, dude. If I get Mouse, dude, I'll tell you this much: if Mouse shows up to this stream, he will get socked in the face.
I'm telling you, he knows. Take that. He knows you're all there.
I get it, but I'm just saying, take that to the bank. That if Mouse shows up to that event, I will probably be going to jail for completely different reasons because I'm not going to be letting the fucking child molester continuously fucking harass my live stream.
Yeah, he was talking about that today. He was showing that. That stuff when you got water thrown on you, his footage and everything. So I said that's very interesting. He brings that out today when everybody's coming today.
Of course,
Yeah.
And I got to say that it is the way that it is. I got to say though, it's really badass to see an overwhelming support of members from the auditing community come to take on my headaches and stand up for my little tiny voice. So really, dude, you're talking about some pretty decent sized platforms, man, coming out and showing support, and that's fucking that means a lot to me, dude, regardless of people's opinions of each other or anything else. At the end of the day, dude, if we can come together and support each other for what is righteous, we win, right?
That's right.
All right, that's a very nice way to end this.
And he doesn't ask money for it too. That's a great thing.
Very nice poetic speech right there.
Yep.
Everyone likes, share, and subscribe to Liberty Bird. Josiah does not have a YouTube channel, but he is. I am trying to kidnap him and make him exclusive to me because I don't want his intelligence being shared elsewhere.
And it's not intelligence; it's only opinion.
And the fact that him and Joe Cool have mended the fences is a really big deal for me because I didn't think initially that was a possibility, but I think it's a good motivation in life that all things can change, right?
Yeah,
right. I think the state of the country, more people are feeling good for each other than not.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, look, man, you got Joe Cool that even came out to Denver, Colorado. And supposedly, if Joe follows through, will be participating tomorrow.
Yeah.
And ultimately, for me, what that means is birds' lives matter.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, if I was going out there and I was seeing my girlfriend for the first time, I might not have seen you, Bird.
well, Joe hasn't shown up yet, Kevin.
Yeah. Just saying,
All right, everybody.
But I'm coming.
Please like, share, and subscribe. Please join the members only club. What are we calling it now, Josiah?
Oh, we were calling it. What did I type to you? Oh my god!
Best of the best.
No. It was the pepper pickers. Pepper pickers.
Pepper pickers.
Mafia.
Wow! You chose that over bottom bitches, huh?
Oh, I don't like bottom bitches. I don't like bottom bitches anymore.
Bottom bitches is a different club.
Yeah.
Sancho's on top of it.
I don't like bottom bitches anymore.
Oh, you're on the bottom now?
No, I don't like bottom bitches anymore.
Oh,
I like
goodness.
but I want to stay away from the Mexican theme as well because I don't want to be accused of things. You know what I'm saying? I'm a ginger, so yeah.
I figured you were
man.
Spanish or something.
That's funny, dude. I always kind of just envisioned that he was like half Palestinian and half Italian.
I thought he looked like that guy that was always on the back of the Camel when he was picking coffee beans.
Oh, Juan Valdez.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. With a donkey and shit.
Oh yeah,
Yo, we gotta get him hooked up with Colorado Donkey Watch, dude. It'd be official.
A little hat.
Yo, we could just steal the logo from the coffee can and everything.
But did he
When
start out
when
with
you-
a logo like that, looking like Juan Valdez? Yeah, you did, Sancho. You had this Mexican.
Well, he
guy
was the
with hat and
Patriot.
mustache.
He was some Patriot guy.
So much for shutting this show down. We're gonna be
What
talking
Patriot
about this for the
guy?
next
What are you
hour.
talking about, Patriot guy?
You were a Patriot guy when you were trolling Joe.
I was Steve Lancaster and Southern Patriot.
Yeah, the Patriot. Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember
Southern
Joe-
Patriot really triggered Joe Cool.
Southern Patriot was like a racist.
A racist Republican
Yeah.
who loved Melania Trump. And Joe's like, fuck her. Fuck her.
Oh, jeez.
She ain't even from
That
this
was so
country.
funny.
She ain't even from this country.
Man, I mean, what's the other option? We put our bid in. I mean, I'm Biden.
I triggered the fuck out of him.
He is so mad.
Hey, get the fuck off the bed. You know. And I kept saying,
That was before the pot. He hadn't smoked yet. You trolled him for what? It was like a couple different shows.
I gotta find that screen recording.
It was great, man.
Cat in the chat doesn't believe that you're a ginger.
I chased him down on another show. He goes, this motherfucker.
I was watching.
And it was crazy because I talked to him like earlier on a panel as me, and then all of a sudden I'm like, this is my right. And you don't know, you don't respect my right. And I kept saying, you don't vote for Trump, get out of the country. He's like, fuck you.
Oh man, I'm on some 2020 dump Trump, but I'm also not for the Biden.
Joe asked me who's that Patriot guy. I said, I don't know.
Jeez.
Joe claims he had it. He knew it was me the whole time. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. Fuck no, he didn't. He had no idea.
He would have got so mad. He wouldn't have showed up at your shows. That was a pretty good troll. I'll tell you.
Oh, I missed the Lancaster.
All right, I want everybody in the chat right now to press a 1 if you're going to tune in for the Burb and Bone show.
The Bird and Bone show.
I think Cat's the only one left in the chat.
Saturday, 8 o'clock Mountain Standard Time, because we like to try to split the difference between the two time zones, unlike your current host. And I would say, what's that?
What is that East Coast time?
That's 10 o'clock your time.
Okay, I'll just give Kev access to do it on his own.
Yeah. We figured it'd be late enough for you to be able to deal with shit, and then we figured it'd be early enough for people to actually view it. But I want to know who here is going to be joining in for our first show about Flocka of all things.
Flocka?
Can I just Google that?
Oh yeah, definitely. And so my challenge to you, Sancho and Kevin, is that you guys spend your week digging through Flocka videos, and you find the 3 top Flocka videos, and then we will get together and share prior to Saturday.
Kev, do you know how to do the StreamYards and all that stuff, like the share screen and stuff?
What is Flocka?
Flocka is one of the newest drugs that is now widespreading across America.
I just Googled
zombie-like symptoms, jibber jabber that all sounds pretty similar to the other person's jibber jabber, and ultimately, in my personal opinion, is
Can you spell it?
FLAKKA.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's I didn't.
Flocka.
Yeah, I didn't. I forgot it was 2Ks.
Yep. So yeah, check that out, dude. You're gonna see some really interesting. I believe personally, in my opinion, this is the drug to the demonic realm.
It was
itself.
developed in the 1960s.
And I'm doing UFOs one time.
Yep.
We're gonna be looking at that.
Yep. So see, people are already looking into it. 1960s.
Why do we call it the Bird and Bone Mindfuck Show?
Because we don't want to add like rude things in there, and we can just
Bird and Bone and No Sancho show.
Oh yeah, so we could actually just label it the Bird and Bones Cup Sancho on his own channel.
Bird and Bone Takeover Show.
Only you two could do that, just for the record.
That's awesome.
But
no one else is getting away with it, is what he's saying, people.
Yeah.
Like, don't think that you're taking advantage because he's showing a little bit of leniency towards his close personal friends.
Yeah, let's not fuck it up though.
No, I want this to be good.
I think it's going to be great.
Let's not fuck.
We're going to start, and if we take off, we'll start a podcast.
Yeah, we got to start off the show though by putting Sancho in a corner and telling him to stay there.
Kev might be the only one here. I might be out with Jessica. Who knows what I'm doing Saturday?
Oh no!
You two.
Wow. You got a real life?
Yeah, I have a real life, and you two can
Jessica can run the show for us then. And
no,
you can go out.
Can run the show, Kev. Do you know how to use StreamYard and shit?
I won't have a computer by then. I had to put mine in the shop, so I'm doing everything on my cell phone.
Man, all right. So I know how to run.
I bought a brand new computer, and it went blue screen, and then I redid everything blue screen. So then they make you send it off. I had to go back to Best Buy. Pissed me off.
I think that if we're hosting, Kevin, that we really need a third party behind the scenes to deal
Yeah, that's
with,
what I thought. Sancho.
All right, we'll talk.
All right,
we'll talk.
Sounds good.
You guys making appointment times and dates without even seeing if I'm available. I have a life now, people.
No, you have to do what we say to do now.
I have a fucking
you are committed.
I'm a paying membership here.
Yeah, he is a loyal investor.
And Bird helped me with the name.
I'm the devil guy. I'm the devil one. I paid $9.99.
Oh, dude, the devil's advocate.
Bird,
that's right.
Named that. Bird named that.
So that means I'm the boss, right?
No, because it's 666 devil's advocate. That's what Bird came up with.
All right. Well, I think this is a good time for me to call it, guys. You all have a great night, and we will talk to you soon.
I'll hit you up tomorrow, Bird.
I panicked and called him and said, "Help me with some names," and those were the names he helped me with. So,
yeah, I'll call you early, so you'll probably be out tomorrow night. So I'll call you before early.
While you're leaving,
perfect. Yeah, everybody have a great night, except for you,
don't
Gil
like
Candy.
compliments?
You can go fuck yourself for not joining the fucking Saturday show, you dick.
You don't like any compliments?
I love them. I love you guys.
I'm giving you credit for those names, and you're just
well, no, don't give me credit for them because we worked on those together.
Right, we did, but that was your idea.
The loyal one was.
Oh,
yep.
Just in case anybody hates me, I can blame you.
There you go. Perfect. I'll be at least joining the 420 club at some point.
Oh man, well thank you for that. We gotta figure.
Jessica Ace has a good one. She said Jessica S. Excuse me. Said skull hit bird skull.
Ooh, bird skull. I like that.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
A little too intense.
That is pretty.
All right, we'll work it out.
We gotta be PG-13 here or what?
Yeah, are you in my Discord?
I mean, are we running a kids show on Saturday? Is that what just happened? Is it daddy daughter?
Yeah, we're gonna be babysitting people's kids, huh?
I think the two of you tomorrow morning should come up with 3 names, and then Kev puts it on the Discord for people to vote.
Fair enough. I'm in.
Okay, I just want to know: are Kevin and Bird going to be doing this drug?
That'd be great.
Absolutely not.
They actually gave a shit about me. They would.
Absolutely not.
I got enough demons in my life. I'm in a house full of women.
Yeah, but I might reach out to my local rehab center to see if I can't get in touch with some addicts. No, I'm just joking. No, we'll just be looking at the videos.
It's a combination of crack cocaine and heroin, or heroin and methamphetamine.
Just go watch some Flocka videos. We'll go from there. But yeah, I got to go, guys. Love you guys. Peace.
Adios.
I'm gonna hop off to everyone. Like, share, and subscribe to everyone.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Yeah.
You will see you tomorrow.
I might do a news show tomorrow. I miss my news shows. Everyone have a good night.